Hello everyone, good evening to all of you. Welcome to you all on IMS GATE Academy. In this session we are going to discuss about GATE 24 civil paper analysis as well as detailed solution. Student, today is 4th Feb and civil paper conducted in two slots, that is forenoon and afternoon. Forenoon session analysis and detailed solution we already discussed. Now at 6 p.m. now we are live to discuss about the exam analysis. We'll discuss about the expected cutoff, we'll discuss about the pattern of question that has been asked in this paper, and also we discuss the memory based question detailed solution here. So student, first if I talk about the subject wise marks weightage from the last 5 years, from 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, you can see here the weightage. Engineering, maths and aptitude generally the 15 and 13 marks, and after that you can see here from geotech, environment, transportation, the marks are 11, 11, 8 like that. And we have seen that civil paper 1 geotech weightage was 14 marks. Okay, here also you can see similarly all the subjects of civil engineering and the weightage in GATE 23. Now let's talk about GATE 24 exam, today's exam, afternoon session. So if I talk about the pattern of question, before that till GATE 23, even last 3-year data also we have here. The type of question, as you all know, 3 type of questions generally asked in the GATE. So MCQ questions 34, NAT questions 22, and multiple select question MSQ was 9. This is all about the GATE 23 last year pattern of question in GATE 23. Now if I talk about GATE 24, this is for this year guys, GATE 24, that exam, and we are talking about right now afternoon session. Okay, in the afternoon session, how many number of MCQ? 36. How many number of NAT question? 25 number of questions are NAT and 4 questions are from MSQ. So I would like to invite now our civil expert mentor, Sandeep sir. Tell me, I have one question to you. In morning session, forenoon session, how many questions from MCQ NAT? Do you remember that?
No sir, hardly.
Okay.
I
How
think
many MSQ? It is
MSQ
more than 4 or?
more than 4, and
More
but
than 4,
not
okay.
more than 5 or 6 or 5 only, sir.
Okay. So more or less pattern are
Pattern
same.
are same,
Types
sir.
of questions are same.
Yes, sir.
So you have some questions?
Yes, sir. But what I heard from the students is like morning paper when compared to conversation with the student, this paper is little bit tough, sir. But
as you expected, you already told that in morning, afternoon, ki we are expecting the afternoon paper is
usually
hard.
the pattern is happening like that. What is happening now, sir? In the morning question, the paper is somewhat lengthy in some question.
Moderate to lengthy, you told me.
Same thing here also. If you see, compared to morning, it is
So
somewhat difficult, but we can say overall it is a moderate paper.
Okay, so do you know about the geotech weightage like earlier?
Sir, I am not come across the geotech weightage, but there are like morning we have seen 14 marks,
okay,
but more or less now also it is around
Same
10
only.
to 11 marks, sir.
Less
compared to like one question is less, like 12 marks or 11.
Okay.
So, but overall the questions are standard questions, sir.
Okay.
Again, I want to tell you, sir, I am not joking. Again, I have seen direct question from my top 10 challenging questions.
Okay,
Even I am
nice.
very happy with these students. So whenever you are having some time, please understand the way the IMS GATE Academy is conducting the sessions. We have done just 3 days before the most 10 challenging questions. If you can spend 1 hour of your time, definitely you will have more chances. Sir.
Yes, very good. So now you are going to
Start
solve which question? Which
sir,
subject?
I will be solving geotechnical. Sir.
Okay,
Okay, sir. Thank you. My dear students, see here we have I got 2 questions from geotech. So what is the question we have received is related to relative density. My dear students, if you talk about relative density here, see relative density we have the formula. If you remember or not, we have the formula E max minus E by E max minus E minimum. If I am not okay. So here what I would like to tell you, see students, but instead of see students, they have given you the question related to relative density. So my dear students, everyone were aware of the formula relative density or density index. We call it as relative density or density index is given by the formula which is E max minus E upon E max minus E minimum. My dear students, but they have given you the dry densities. When will be the dry? See, if you see the dry density formula, gamma D is equal to gamma W into G upon 1 plus E. So if you see here, void ratio maximum, gamma D will be minimum because both are inversely related. So you can write here, the formula can be written as 1 upon gamma D minimum minus of 1 upon gamma D upon 1 upon gamma D minimum minus of 1 upon gamma D max. Sir, see, void ratio maximum, dry density will be minimum. If the void ratio is minimum, dry density will be maximum. So they have asked you the answer in what, sir? They have asked you in the percentile. Sir, Lamia ka madam kab se pada hai? Okay. I'll ask her and I'll let you know. But she is nowhere associated with IMS Gate Academy. Okay. Now see, if you talk about gamma D, see students, relative density is given by the formula E max minus E by E max minus E minimum into 100. Here what do you mean? Here I told you what is the formula, 1 upon gamma D minus 1 upon gamma D upon 1 upon gamma D minimum minus 1 upon gamma D max. Now see students, here they have given you the porosity is given as 0.5, sir. So how to calculate void ratio? Now my dear students, you know porosity is equal to E upon 1 plus E. So if I take porosity as 0.5 is equal to E upon 1 plus E, if you solve this, you will get void ratio as 1. Okay, my dear students, they have given G value in the question, they have given as 2.7. Okay, now gamma D is equal to, what is the formula we have? Gamma D is equal to gamma W into G upon 1 plus E, my dear students. So here if you see here, gamma W is nothing but 1 gram per cc and G is 2.7 upon 1 plus E is 1. If you solve this, you will get a value of 1.35 gram per cc. So here they have given gamma D value, we got 1.35 gram per cc. Now see students, gamma D max is given by they have given as 1.8 gram per cc, and my dear students, they have given in the question gamma D minimum is equal to 1.3 gram per cc. So here if you solve this, as I told you, what is the formula, sir? We have 1 by gamma D minimum minus 1 by gamma D 1 upon gamma D upon 1 upon gamma D minimum minus 1 upon gamma D max into 100. They have asked the value in 100, sir. So my dear students, if I substitute the value, what is the minimum dry density there, sir? What is the minimum dry density? Yeah, Jishan, see here, Jishan. So 1 upon, Jishan, please look into here. What is gamma D minimum, sir? Gamma D minimum is 1.3 minus 1 by gamma D minimum is how much, sir? Sir, gamma D minimum, how much we got? 2.7 divided by 2, we got 1.35. So 1.35 upon, what is the maximum minimum value here, sir? 1 upon 1.3 minus 1 upon 1.8 into 100. If you solve this, you will get a value of, what is the value? You will get around roughly 13.33 percentile. So the final answer here, the final answer is how much, sir? You can write here relative density. See my dear students, relative density, the final answer we got is 13.33 percentile. Sir, see, this is a very important thing, sir, in relative density. Jishan, galat hai. Okay. But the final answer you will get is 13.33, sir. Okay. See, Jishan, you check yourself. Okay. Now see, in the question 2, they have given confining pressure is how much, sir? In the question 2, they have given the confining pressure is 300 kilonewton per meter square. In the confining pressure, they have given how much, sir? 300 kilonewton per meter square. This was given in the question. Sir, some people might not know, don't know. See, you know deviating stress. They have given as axial stress or anything. They have given in the other terms. But that was given as in the question, deviating stress as 100 kilonewton per meter square. Okay. And it was a cohesionless soil. Okay. It's a triaxial test. Okay. Now, my dear students, what will be the confining? Now, see students, the major stress will be equal to, if I represent confining pressure as sigma 3 and if I represent the deviating stress as sigma d, you can write sigma 1 is equal to sigma 3 plus sigma d. So here sigma 1 can be written as 300 plus 100. You can write it as 400 kilonewton per meter square. What is the answer? You will get major stress as 400 kilonewton per meter square. But he is asking what is the phi value, sir. So what is the phi value here? You know sigma 1 is equal to what, sir? Sigma 1 can be written as sigma 3 into tan square 45 plus phi by 2. This is the plastic equilibrium condition, and for actually there will be a term 2c into tan 45 plus phi by 2, sir. Okay, if you talk about this, here sigma 1 is given as 400 and sigma 3 is given as how much, sir? 300 into tan square 45 plus phi by 2. Okay, now my dear students, okay, you can write here 45 plus phi by 2 can be written as tan inverse of square root of 4 by 3. Okay, tan inverse of square root of 4 by 3. If you solve this, you will get 45 degrees plus 5 by 2. It was directly asked. The answer here is 48.99 degrees, sir. You will get a value of 48.99 degrees. So this is the answer for this solution. Now my dear students, in surveying, sir, I told you n number of times. If I will show you the answers also, in my 10 top challenging series, I have told you n number of times there will be a question related to photogrammetry, means 100% there can be a chance of question on scale. So there was a question here, see student. So one more thing I would like to tell you, my dear students, we at IMS Gate Academy for Gate 25 batch, we are providing the online course and also offline at Bangalore and Vijayawada, and we have the centers online everywhere in India. So my dear students, if you are looking for Gate 25, you see for a better rank in the gate, so my dear students, a 12-month to 14-month preparation is very important. So how can you prepare 12-month to 14-month is simply if you follow a systematic approach. In IMS Gate Academy, we will give one-to-one mentorship, subject-wise material and all those things. So let us go into the next question. They have given in the question, this is a question related to surveying. The question was given as scale. Sir, scale was given as 1:13,000. What is the scale they have given? 1:13,000. And if you see, my dear students, if you see here the flying height, see my dear students, the flying height is given in the question as, 3,000 meter. Now my dear students, the object you are standing on top of it, or the height of the object we have is, they have given in the question, height of object they have given is how much, sir? The height of the object they have given is 1050 meter. So my dear students, when I talk about this question, see here I would like to tell you what is the scale, sir. If you talk about a scale, my dear students, if I talk about a scale of a photo or a map, what is the scale of a photo, sir? It is nothing but the photo distance upon ground distance. So my dear students, it is nothing but what, sir? Photo distance upon ground distance. So if you see here, see students, this formula came from similar triangle concept, sir. See students, I will tell you how this problem has came. Suppose if I have this, if this is a ground, okay, and we have an object here, okay, this is an object where you, on top of it where you are standing. So here the flying height is given as how much, sir? The flying height is given as 3,000 meter. And the height of this is, or you can say the height of the terrain is at elevation of how much, sir? 1050 meter. So he is asking what is the focal length. So this is called focal length and we usually represent as, and this is flying height capital H, and we represent this as small h. Now see students, as I told you, what is scale of a photo? It is nothing but the photo distance upon ground distance. So here if I take the coordinates on photo, if I represent as small ab, which are photo coordinates, and if I represent ground coordinates as capital A, capital B. So what is the scale of a photo can be written as, by similar triangle AB by capital AB can be written as, by similar triangle concept, F upon H minus small h, where h is the height of the terrain, height of the object or anything. So my dear students, if I talk here, what is the scale they have given, sir? What is the scale they have given? They have given the scale as 1 by 13,000 is equal to focal length. You are not aware of the focal length. But my dear students, let me tell you, what is the flying height given? The flying height is given as 3000 meter. Sir, what is flying height means? The height from the ground surface or a assumed datum where the camera has been mounted to the UAV vehicle or unmanned vehicle or aircraft or anywhere where the photos will be taken. So here if you see 3000 minus, and what is the height of the terrain? It is 1050. My dear students, these units, whatever I have done, these units are in meter. So these are in meters. So if you calculate here, focal length can be taken as, if you solve that, it will become as 1950 divided by 13,000. If you will get a value of 0.15 meter. So my dear students, the focal length whatever you got is how much, sir? It is nothing but the value of 0.15 meter, or you can write it as, my dear students, 150 mm. Sir, you can see, I told you in the, whenever you are watching the 10 challenging questions on surveying, I promised you that if you attend the 10 challenging series questions, definitely there will be a question. And you see that I'll show you the video after the analysis and what could be the expected cutoffs and how best those questions have came into this exam. So my dear students, we at IMS GATE Academy follow a systematic approach. We have come up with the GATE score booster. We have come up with the quick revision, and then we have come up with the 10 challenging questions. So let us go into the next question. Sir, whenever there is a GATE exam, these questions are coming very high. So if you see here, sir, if I consider this as a footing, okay. Now my dear students, they have given the contact pressure here. So whatever the contact pressure they have given is, the contact pressure is in this way. So here you can say, if I talk about this contact pressure, if I consider this as the contact pressure. Now my dear students, it is evident from the contact pressure, it is evident from the diagram that contact pressure is not uniform. Okay, sir? It is evident from the diagram that the contact pressure is not uniform and it is in a parabolic variation. So this indicates that it is a rigid footing, because they have asked you which type of footing, and it is a rigid footing, and you can say it is a cohesive soil. So you can say rigid footing. Cohesive soil means nothing but clays, and if you take about the cohesionless soils, it can be gravel and sand. So my dear students, thank you Amit Goel sir, thank you. So my dear students, the intention over is simple, sir. Whenever you follow a systematic approach in GATE preparation, definitely you will be in the limelight. And my dear students, don't feel bad if you get less marks also. We are doing the post-GATE guidance also. We will be doing all the every activity how best we can help the student. So I will hand over to Pratik sir, and Pratik sir will be joining shortly in a minute. Okay. Sir, see students, when I talk about in IMS GATE Academy, we have a wonderful success, sir. How this success has been achieved is through my plan mentorship. If you see the student, once he has joined with IMS GATE Academy, right from the first day onwards, we are monitoring him, sir. We are giving him the fundamental course, or we call it as foundation course, where he can brush up the things and where he can achieve. So if you see here also in Geotechnical, I have solved you two questions, my dear students. One is related to the properties of soil concept, and other one is related to the contact pressure. So we have Pratik sir. So I will hand out to Pratik sir. Pratik sir, you can take the mic. Sir, Pratik sir, I just want to ask here, just for a few minutes of your time before going to solve the question, sir. Sir, Pratik sir, how do you rate the exam, sir?
This one, sir, first of all, the difficulty level of the exam is again, sir, moderate. But this time questions somewhat that I'm seeing, some questions, especially from environment, they're lengthy questions. Easy but lengthy questions.
Sir, so, actually in the student perspective, how would you rate?
Yeah, student perspective, the student who have appeared in this exam, a lot of NAT were asked this time. So that's why they have consumed a lot of time in solving the question, the feedback that I'm getting right now.
Okay, so, you might have interacted with your our offline students. What is their feeling, sir?
Sir, their feeling is like they are attempting the examination and it went good.
Okay, so can we expect 40 marks?
Yeah, absolutely, sir, absolutely.
Okay, sir. So quickly you can start the session.
Thank you, sir. Okay, so my dear students, we have this question from environmental engineering. It's a simple, sir, a test series question. a test series question which says
Okay,
that,
sir.
okay, so this is my organic matter given to us, carbon 240, then you have oxygen 200, then hydrogen is 180, and then you have nitrogen 5 and sulfur. So this is the organic matter, that is solid waste given to you, and the weight of this solid waste is 1 kg. 1 kg of solid waste is given to you. Okay, and you are asked to calculate how much amount of SO2 will be liberated. SO2 will be liberated from this 1 kg of solid waste. If you burn this 1 kg of solid waste, how much SO2 is liberated? My dear student, direct question from the test series. So 1 mole of this solid waste contains 1 mole of sulfur. So 1 mole of solid waste, 1 mole of solid waste contains 1 mole of sulfur, contains 1 mole of sulfur. So you can just calculate the molecular weight of the solid waste. The molecular weight of the solid waste is molecular weight of solid waste. This is equal to carbon is 12, 12 into 240. Oxygen is 16, so plus 16 into 200. Hydrogen is 1, so 1 into 180 plus nitrogen is 5. So nitrogen is 14 into 5, and then you have sulfur which is 32. Okay. So this will going to give you the molecular weight of the solid waste, and the molecular weight of the solid waste comes out as 6362 grams. This is the molecular weight of solid waste, 6362 grams. Okay. So 1 mole of this solid waste contains 1 mole of sulfur. So this much weight of solid waste will contain 32 grams of sulfur. So I can write down 6362 grams of solid waste contains 32 grams of sulfur. So from here I can write down 1 kg of solid waste contains 32 by 6362 into 1 kg of sulfur. Okay. In the question we are asked to calculate how much amount of sulfur dioxide will be released, right? So sulfur, we have got the weight of sulfur. Okay. Now I will use this equation, sulfur plus oxygen will give you SO2. So again from here I can form one relation, that 1 mole of sulfur, 1 mole of sulfur will release 1 mole of SO2. So 1 mole of sulfur is again 32 grams of sulfur. So 32 grams of sulfur will release, the molecular weight of SO2 will be, sulfur is 32, oxygen is 16 into 2. So total will be 64 grams of SO2. 64 grams of SO2. So from here you can calculate this much amount of sulfur will release how much amount of sulfur dioxide. So 32 by 6362, 6362 kg of sulfur will release 64 by 32 into, this is 32 by 6362 kg of sulfur dioxide. This is kg of sulfur dioxide, SO2. Okay. So you need to just calculate this, and this weight will come out in kgs, but you have to report the answer of SO2 released in grams. So just solve this. This will be like 0.01 kgs. So 0.01 kgs of SO2 will be released. So when you convert this into grams, so this will be like how much? This will be like 10 grams of SO2 released. SO2 will be released by 1 kg of solid waste. So this will be my final answer. 10 gram of SO2 will be released by 1 kg of the solid waste. So this is our first question. This is from environment. Now the second question is from your open channel flow, which says that, so a rectangular channel is given to you. This is question from open channel flow. Rectangular channel is given to you. And this rectangular channel is undergoing width contraction like this. This rectangular channel is undergoing width contraction like this. This width is given to you as how much? This width is given to you as 4 meters. This B1 is given to you as 4 meters. This B1 is 4 meter. Discharge is given to you as 2 meter cube. Q is 2 meter cube per second. Then, okay, depth of flow Y is given to you as 0.4 meter. You need to calculate that B2. This B2 you need to calculate. This B2 you need to calculate. Okay. Since whatever data I am getting, right, so this is the question that was asked. You need to calculate this B2 and this B2 minimum. If I talk about B2 minimum, so this B2 minimum will be equal to the width of the section corresponding to the critical flow. So this B2 will be nothing but width of the section corresponding to the critical flow BC, right? Now, how to solve this? Just equate E1 is equals to E2. So, you can do this. E1 is equal to E2. When you write E1, E1 will be Y1 plus V1 square by 2G. This is equal to Y2 plus V2 square by 2G. Okay. When this width is contracted over this portion, the flow is critical flow. The flow is critical flow. For critical flow, the depth of flow YC, you can calculate by this formula Q square by G raised to the power 1 by 3. So this formula is Q square by G raised to the power 1 by 3. You have to just substitute the value. This Q, please keep a check. This Q is discharge per unit width. Okay. So this discharge is given to you. Yeah. So this is 2 meter square, right? Okay. So Q square by G, right? So you can just substitute this value. So this is Y1 is given to you as 4 meters. This is 4 plus V1 can be written as Q square by A square. So this is equal to 1 upon 2 into 9.81. V1 is given to you. Just comment whether V1 is given to you or not. Okay, V1. Discharge is given to you. Discharge is 2. So 2 square divided by area of this section. Area of this section, width is 4 meter and depth is 0.4 meter. So 4 into 0.4, right? And this is also the whole square. Okay. So this will going to give you the value of V1. 2G I have already kept. Y2 is nothing but your critical depth. I think this discharge per unit width, this is 0.5. So this is 0.5, the whole square divided by 9.81 raised to the power 1 by 3. Okay. Yeah. So from here you can calculate this critical depth YC. YC will come out as 0.294. This YC will be 0.294. Okay. Now substitute the value of YC here. Instead of Y2, you need to substitute YC. For V2, you can again write down discharge Q square divided by area of this critical section. So instead of writing here, I'll write down next page. So y1 plus v1 square by 2g is equal to y2 plus v2 square by 2g. So this I can write as y1 plus 1 upon 2g into q square by a1 square, and this is equal to y2, instead of y2 I'll write yc, plus 1 by 2g into q square divided by yc into bc, the whole square. Okay, I think I know all the value. From here I can calculate the value of bc. y1 is 0.4, this is 0.4 plus 1 upon 2 into 9.81 multiplied by q. Q square is how much? Q square is 2 square. 2 square is 4. A1 is how much? A1 is, width is 4 meter and depth is 0.4. So 4 into 0.4, that will be 1.6. So this will be 1.6 square. This is equal to yc that we have calculated, which is 0.294. 0.294 plus 1 upon 2 into 9.81 multiplied by q square, which is 4 square, divided by bc square into 0.294 the whole square. So from here you can calculate the value of bc. The value of bc from this equation will come out as 3.56 meters. BC will be 3.56 meters. The value of BC will be 3.56 meters. Okay. So this is the question from your open channel flow. Let me just check whether I have substituted all the data correctly or not. Yeah, this discharge 0.5. So Q is 2 meter and the width of the channel, discharge per unit width, the small q is like this. This 2 divided by 4, this width. So this will be 0.5. Yeah, everything is correct. So this is meter cube per second per meter, right? So this is a question from your open channel flow. Now coming to the next question. The next question is, I think, from your PERT CPM. It's a crashing question, right? Just see this. It's a crashing question from PERT CPM. Usually we see the network diagram and perform the crashing over the network diagram, but this time they have directly given a critical activity and they have asked different things. Okay, let's see this. So this is a question from PERT CPM. The question says that a critical activity is given to you. For this critical activity, the normal cost Cn is 30,000 rupees. The normal cost is 30,000 rupees. And the normal duration of completion Tn, this is given to you as 15 days. This is given to you as 15 days. Then for this same critical activity, the crashing cost Cc is equal to 54,000 rupees and the crashing duration Tc, this is given to you as 12 days. Okay. Then they are saying that crashing is advisable economical if the indirect cost is rupees 8,500 per day. So statement A says that crashing is economical if indirect cost is is rupees 8,500 per day. Okay. And statement B is saying crashing is advised economical if your indirect cost is rupees 10,000 per day. So you need to check whether under normal duration your project will be economical or after crashing your project is economical. Okay, so for this we'll start one by one. So under normal duration, so total cost of the project, this is my case 1. Under normal duration of 15 days, the total cost of the project is, total cost of the project is how much? Total cost will include the direct cost and the indirect cost. Direct cost is 30,000 plus indirect cost will be 8,500 multiplied by 15. This is when you have taken indirect cost as 8,500 per day. Okay, so you can calculate this. This value will come out as how much? This value will come out as 1,57,500. Okay. If you take an indirect cost of 10,000 rupees, obviously that value will be more than 1,57,500. So we will going to just eliminate that option directly. Okay. Now coming to the crashing, we have a capacity to crash this activity by 3 days using these two indirect costs. Okay. So we have to check for both. First of all, for crashing this activity, you need the cost slope. So cost slope will be Cc minus Cn divided by Tn minus Tc. So cost slope will be how much? Cost slope will be 54 minus 30, 54,000 minus 30,000 divided by 15 minus 12. So this will be 24,000 divided by 3. So this will be 8,000 rupees per day. This is your cost slope. Okay. Based on this cost slope, second case 2 is crashing by 3 days. Crashing by 3 days, taking indirect cost as 8,500 rupees per day. This is the cost you are taking, right? So when you are crashing this by 3 days, your total cost of the project will be 30,000 plus 3 into cost slope of the activity, which is 8,000 plus 8,500 into 12 days, because now the project is getting finished in 12 days. You can just calculate this. This will come out as how much? So this will be 1,56,000 1,56,000 1,56,000. Yeah, this is 1,56,000. So this is your total cost when you are crashing your activity by 3 days and you are considering 8,500 as the indirect cost. Case 3, crashing activity by 3 days, crashing activity by 3 days, taking indirect cost as you are taking this time 10,000 rupees per day. So for this you can calculate the total cost. The total cost will be 30,000 plus 3 into 8,000, that is the cost slope, plus indirect cost, which is 12 into 10,000. So you can clearly observe that due to this factor, this amount will be less than this amount. So this amount is the least out of all the amounts. So your activity or your project means crashing will be economical when the indirect cost is 8,500 rupees. It will not be economical when your indirect cost is 10,000 rupees. Okay, so for this question, your statement A is the correct statement and statement B is your incorrect statement. So I will write here, statement A is correct, statement A is correct and statement B is incorrect. Statement B is incorrect. So this is the question from PERT CPM, right? Chalo, let's see the next question. Okay, so the next question is again from OCF. They have asked you the critical depth, direct formula based question. You are given with a wide rectangular channel. This is for OCF. Wide rectangular channel was given to you, wide rectangular channel. So for wide rectangular channel, width of the channel is 2 meter. Then discharge is given to you as 30 meter cube per second. Then slope is 1:300. Then you have energy correction factor is 1.1. Now all this data is given to you just to confuse you, right? You need to find out the critical depth. Simple. You need to find out the critical depth. For finding out the critical depth, again you can use this. So for critical flow, Q square T upon G into A cube or AC cube, this is equal to 1. This is for your critical flow. Substitute all the values. So for wide rectangular channel, you can see this. This is your wide rectangular channel. This is the width of the channel B. And this is your depth of flow Y or YC. For critical flow, it is YC, right? So you can see here, so Q square, Q is 30. So this is 30 square into T. T is the top width. Top width is nothing but this B, which is given to you as 2, divided by G, which is 9.81. And AC. AC is how much? AC is 2 into YC, the whole cube, and this is equal to 1. From here, you can calculate the value of YC. And the value of YC will come out as 2.84 meters. This will be 2.84 meters. This is the value of YC. So directly formula based question was asked in this open channel flow category, right? Next we have an environment question. Again, such a easy question. Only thing is questions are bit lengthy this time. So for this session, next question is from environment. Based on whatever data we received, we are solving it, right? So this is an environment question having a discharge of 10 mld. Then detention time, TD, is given to you as 2 hours. Then you have solid loading rate. This is not solid loading rate, this is hydraulic loading rate. Hydraulic loading rate. This is hydraulic loading rate. This hydraulic loading rate is given to you as 40,000 liter per meter square per day. Okay. This is your hydraulic loading rate. This is given to you. And you are asked to calculate the depth of the sedimentation tank. I think if I am correct, you are asked to calculate the depth of sedimentation tank. My dear students, I have told you, if nothing is striking you in environment, just observe the units, okay. If this is your sedimentation tank and you are asked to calculate the depth, if this is your sedimentation tank and you are asked to calculate this depth, if this depth D you need to calculate, right? How you can calculate this depth D? So depth D is simple, volume of the tank divided by the surface area of the tank, divided by the surface area of the tank, surface area or plan area, surface area or the plan area. Now just see, volume you can calculate by using this discharge and the detention time. So volume of the tank is equal to discharge, which is 10 mld. So 10 into 10 raised power 6, so this will be liters. Now converting this into meter cube, so 10 raised power minus 3 divided by 24. So now this is the discharge in meter cube per hour. Detention time is given to you as 2 hours. So from here you can calculate the volume, and this volume of the tank will come out as 833.33 meters cube. This will be 833.33 meter cube. Okay. Now next is calculate the surface area. For calculating the surface area, just observe this. This is the hydraulic loading rate, means in 1 meter square, from 1 meter square of the area, this much amount of discharge can pass in 1 day. So for calculating the surface area, what you can do is, surface area is equal to discharge divided by this hydraulic loading rate. So discharge is 10 mld, so this will be 10 into 10 raised power 6 divided by hydraulic loading rate, which is 40,000. And this will give you the surface area in meter square, not meter cube. So this comes out as 250 meters square. Now just divide. So depth is equal to volume divided by your surface area. So volume is 833.33 divided by the surface area, which is 250. Just cross check this, right? This is 10 into 10 raised power 7. Okay. So you will be left with 1000. 1000 by 4 will be 250, correct? So this is how much? 833 by 250. 833 by 250 will be 3.33 meters. So this depth will be 3.33 meters. So this is your depth of flow for this tank. Okay. So I think, yeah. So these are the like of questions that we have from environment. Sir, in question, it was given a circular tank. Even for a circular tank, you need not to worry. You are calculating the surface area and you are calculating the volume. So volume divided by the surface area. You do not have to worry about that, right? Surface area will give you the diameter, but we want the depth. So surface area, volume divided by the surface area will be the depth of flow. Okay. Okay, you are saying that we have considered the rectangular channel. Okay. Even for circular tank, the same situation will be there. Okay. So I would like to invite my next faculty. Atul sir, you are having question? Yeah. Okay, so Atul sir will be taking the questions of fluid mechanics, please.
Yeah, thank you, Pratik sir. So I'm having one question from engineering mechanics, and if I talk about FM, actually the weightage of FM this year is very less. Mostly questions were from OCF, right? So one question we got from engineering mechanics, and please correct me if the data is correct also, guys. So now we'll discuss the solution part. Let me just tell you what was the question in engineering mechanics they have asked. The question was actually from the vibration, right? That was a recently new topic that they have added. Clear? So in the vibration, they are asking the natural frequency. For that, they have given one question. And most important thing is, it is basically application based question in which strength of material concept is also involved. And if you have attended the classes, then you will be in a position to solve this question very easily, right? Now see everyone. Yes, sir. There was a spring connected, and a simply supported beam is also connected here. Right. Now, this is a simply supported beam we are having. This is, let's suppose, our hinge support, and here we have a roller support. And what they are telling ki at the center of this particular simply supported beam, some mass has been suspended like this. It has been attached like this.
Okay, sir. What they have asked, sir?
They are asking the natural frequency.
They're asking that.
Now, the most important part here is, for the spring, they have given the stiffness K.
Okay.
But main question here is how to find out the stiffness for this this particular beam. And sir, in the classes we have already discussed this thing. In order to calculate the stiffness, if I talk about the general formula,
Okay.
if I talk about the general formula, it is simply load divided by deflection.
Okay. Okay.
Very general formula, whether it is the case of bending, or it is a case of torsion, or it is a case of any simple axial deformation as well.
Okay.
This is what the general formula, load divided by deflection.
Okay.
Now, simply, sir, in the beams, load is the bending moments.
Okay.
If it is a torsion case, it is a torque.
Okay.
And if it is an axial deformation, axial force is the load.
Okay.
Now, sir, main thing is stiffness, load divided by
So
deflection.
they should know the deflection value, sir.
Correct. That is what we call the mixed problem they have asked from the strength of
Some
material.
materials and engineering mechanics.
See, in the strength of material, SFD, BMD, and after that deflection chapter
Yes,
is
sir.
there. Simply supported beam at the center, if you have placed some load W, what will be the deflection formula?
So we can write WL cube by 48 here, sir.
Correct, absolutely.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So the deflection formula we have is WL cube divided by 3EI, 48 EI.
48 here, sir.
So see, if you have remembered this formula, then you will in a position to
Already.
solve it very easily. And remember one more thing, sir, the length were given as L and L.
I think you have covered these kind of questions in
Obviously,
all
we
the
have-
quick revision and also
Correct.
in MC.
And sir,
10
I will
challenging.
tell you one basic thing. One we have, the case that we have discussed in the class was the cantilever beam. If the load placed
Okay.
is W, in this case the deflection is what?
WL cube by 3.
3. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, just a formula change. See, students, how Atul sir has done. See, the beauty of the question, we have covered this topic already. So, my dear students, please see the solution.
So this is for a cantilever beam at the free end. Now, sir, as it is simply supported, so this formula will be applicable, right?
Okay.
Now, what I will do here, simply place deflection formula, and the load is what? W only. So
Okay.
stiffness of a beam will be simply, the load is what? W,
W
and deflection is WL cube.
by 48 here.
Now, very important point, sir. Small mistake that is what possible here is, if I write L only, the total length is what?
2L.
If I write only L here, because we remember the formula is
Yeah,
WL
yeah,
cube by
like,
48.
very good, very good.
If I have not changed L here, then I will be getting wrong answer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And
True,
may-
agree, sir.
and
True.
maybe that option is available also in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
options basically.
That is what usually in gate exam, that's
So,
what they will do.
so as the time is very less, we'll do definitely this kind of small mistakes.
Okay.
Right. So
But true, sir, I totally agree with you because these kind of mistakes, we are like habituated to
Habituate.
only
Correct.
if we do have a practice and a cautious reading. That is the reason whenever you are solving a gate question, reading the question is very important. You should be very cautious even though you know everything. A small wrong thing will lead into a mistake.
so better I will write here 48 EI.
Okay.
So I've mentioned this thing as 2L. If I write L only, definitely wrong answer will be getting.
Yes, sir.
So actually time is very less. We are in a very hurry and will do such kind of mistakes definitely. Now 2 cube is simply 8.
8.
And
So-
we'll solve it. What I will be getting here?
6 EA by L cube, sir.
6 EI by L cube. That is what the deflection of simply supported beam. Now very important point, sir. Stiffness of spring we already given K. Stiffness of beam we have calculated.
Okay.
But point is whether they are connected in series or parallel. Who will decide?
Okay.
And if you remember when we have discussed the spring combination, series and
Okay.
parallel, I've told you in the parallel case, the deflection will remain same. And
sir.
what actual case we are dealing in the classes. We will discuss this case. This spring is connected like this. This is another
Yes,
spring. This is the mass.
Yes, sir.
So actually problem is if you remember the image only, if you don't remember the concept, then you will do mistakes.
Yes, sir.
Concept is what? Both the springs will deflect by same amount.
Okay.
Now, if you consider this case, so if load is placed here, how the beam will be deflected? Beam will be deflected like this.
Yes, sir.
So whatever the deflection is there for the beam, same deflection will be for the spring as well.
As well,
So
yes,
from
sir.
this point, you can understand both are connected in parallel.
Okay.
So I
you
would
can
say, sir, this-
deflection is same.
Correct. Deflection, because sir, simply beam is deflected by delta.
Yes, sir.
And
due to the spring also.
As the spring is connected with the center point only, it will also deflect by delta.
Okay, sir. Okay,
So
sir. I
it
got
is
it.
a application based problem. It's
Okay.
not a direct problem.
Yes, sir. Yes,
And two concepts were involved from strength of material and as well as
we
from
have to
engineering
see,
mechanics.
students, what Atul sir is going to say is, without the formula of deflection for a simply supported beam, and also the most important thing, if the spring and both, see here, in both the cases the deflection is same. Whatever the deflection which you have observed in the beam and due to the spring, that is same. So
Correct.
what can be the combination? Is it series or parallel, sir?
It will be parallel, obviously,
sir.
because the deflection is same. So see how we understand the case of parallel here, just
So
by
they
this
ask
example.
you deflection, sir.
Yes, no, they are asking the natural frequency.
Okay.
So when the mass displays, deflection in spring 1 and 2 will remain same.
Same,
So
okay.
whenever the deflection in the springs are equal, then only we will say it is a parallel case. Now,
Yes, sir.
natural frequency formula, we will be writing K
K by
equivalent.
M.
Equivalent stiffness divided by M.
M.
Correct. Equivalent stiffness, as this is a case of parallel, I will write stiffness of spring plus stiffness of beam.
Okay.
Both the stiffness will get added. And if you write here, the stiffness of spring, they have mentioned already as a K, and the answers for beam we have already calculated. Answer for beam was
6 EA by L cube.
L cube. That is was the stiffness of the beam. That
Sir,
is
it
what
was
the
a
answer.
MCQ.
Yes, it is an MCQ question.
Okay, okay, okay.
So please understand, guys, it is a mixed problem where strength of material concept from the chapter deflection, and many times I've told in the classes also, let's suppose the cantilever beam is there, simply supported beam is there. So you should know the direct formula of the deflections, right? I hope this question of engineering mechanics is clear to everyone, right? Now I will hand over to Sandeep sir. Sandeep
Thank you,
sir will
sir.
take care of
Thank you,
other
sir.
subjects.
Thank you. So I'll be moving on
Thank
to
you, sir.
thank you, sir. Sir, I'll be moving on to transportation. See, students. See, I told you, my dear students, here is a question in transportation. The question here is, see, it was a question for length of vertical curve. A 3% gradient meets, see, students. Here, what they have done is a 3% gradient meets a 5% gradient. So here, what is the formula for algebraic difference between the gradients? See, students, if I talk about the algebraic difference between the gradients. 1 second, student. If you see the algebraic difference between the gradient is G1 minus G2, that is equal to, sir, see, always remember, my dear students, ascending gradient will be positive and descending gradient will be negative. So 3 minus of minus 5 will give you how much, sir? Will give you a percentile of 8 percentile. Okay. Now see, students, what is the length of the vertical curve is when L of length of the vertical curve is greater than SSD. The formula we have is NS square upon root 2h plus root 2 small h whole square. This is the formula, sir. Now the beauty of this question, I will tell you, my dear students. Here the height of the driver, sir, as per the IRC code, we are habituated to that. If you see the IRC code, sir, height of the driver is 1.2 meter. But in this problem, they have given in the 2.3 meter, sir. Usually height of the object will be 0.15 meter, and they have given the, usually the height of the object is how much, sir? 0.35 meter. Okay, now see, students, we know the n value, we know h, we know small h, but what we have to know? We have to know the stopping side distance. So how do we calculate the stopping side distance? So stopping side distance is given by the formula Vt plus V square upon 2gf. Now see, students, they have given the velocity. Velocity is given in kilometer per hour. So if you see, my dear students, velocity is given as 80 kilometer per hour. So here if you convert this into meter per second, this value will become as 22.22 meter per second. So how do we convert 22 point means for 80 by 5 by 18. If you solve this, you will get a value of 22.22 meter per second. Now they have given the coefficient of friction. They have given in the question the coefficient of given as 0.36. Now see, my dear students, if I calculate SSD for this question, what is the SSD, sir? 20 VT. So 22.22 into reaction time is how much, sir? 2.5 seconds plus V square is how much? 22.22 whole square plus 2 into gravity. Acceleration due to gravity is 9.81 into 0.36. Now, my dear students, if you calculate this, what will be the SSD value? Sir, if you see, SSD value will be coming as 125.45 meter. Now, see, students, we have different formulas, sir. See here, if you assume L is greater than SSD, if you consider the length of vertical curve and L is greater than SSD, we have the formula NS square upon root 2h plus root 2 small h whole square. Okay. Now, if the formula, if you know L is less than SSD, sir, I'll show you in the end analysis what would be the cutoff and all. At that time, I'll show you the question when I have done in the 10 challenging questions. I have done this problem, sir. Root 2h whole square upon n. This is the formula when length of the curve is less than SSD. But for now, in this problem, I am assuming length is more than SSD and I am solving. So here n is what, sir? We got 8 percentile. The algebraic difference between the gradients is 8 percentile. So n value will be equal to 0.08. And stopping side distance, how much you got, sir? 125.45 square upon root 2h. So what is the height of the driver they have given, sir? They have given the height of the driver. If you see, the height of the driver is 2.35. So here we have height of the driver is root 2 into 2.3 plus root 2h, root 2 into 0.35 whole square. Now, my dear students, if you solve this, you will get a value of 140 meter. How much value you will get, my dear students? You will get a value of 140 meter. Now, please understand here, sir. So, our assumption L is greater than SSD is correct. Why? Because we got L is how much, sir? 140 meter. And SSD is how much? We got 125.45. So, our first assumption itself is correct. So, we can directly write the answer as 140. I hope this solution is clear for you. So, quickly see, students, if you are feeling any doubts or if you want any question to be solved, if you know anything, please try to forward that questions and definitely you will have, see, I will try to solve these questions, students. So, my dear students, please try to, if you have any other questions to be solved in, means we have all the questions, almost all the questions, but we are trying to, see, students, I want to tell you one important thing here. Whatever the questions are there, they are moderate only, students. So, here, some questions we find lengthy. Okay, that is the reason. Now, see, students, they have asked one more question in transportation. Sir, in transportation, they have asked you one question is, what is the question they have asked you in transportation is, what is the upper speed limit? Sir, they have given this. Sir, I told you in offline class, online class, everywhere I told you. Sir, whenever they ask you upper speed limit, it is nothing but the 85th percentile, sir. What is the upper speed limit means? It is nothing but the 85th percentile speed. So, we have to consider the 85th percentile to calculate that value, sir. Okay. Now, see, students, if you calculate the 85th percentile, definitely you will have the upper speed limit. Now, what is the question? I will tell you, sir. Sir, actually, the question was given 0 to 10 speeds like that, but I have taken the data as average speeds. So, here if you see the average speeds are given in the question as, see, students, 5, 15, 25, 35, we have 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, and we have is 95. Now, see, students, number of observations. Next we have is the number of observations. Now, if you see the number of observations, what is the number of observations we will do? Here, what is the values they have given? Please see. Please check the values, sir. I am writing as per the information. Okay, here the values are 7, 31, 76. If you see here, 129. And next one we have is 104. Next one we have is 78. Next we have is 29, 24, 13 and 9. Are you getting me, my dear students? The values they have given as 7, 31, 76, 129, 104, 78 and all. So, if you see, please see, I am just to make sure that all the values are corresponding like table. I am just writing like this, sir. Okay. Now, see, students, we have to find out the cumulative values. Are you following, my dear students? We will find out the cumulative values here. Sir, what do you mean by cumulative? Just add on it. So, the first case will be 7. 7 plus 31, we have 38. 38 plus 76, it will be 114. And 114 plus 129, it will be 243. 243 plus 104, it will be 347. And 347 plus 78, you can write it as 80. 425. 429, it is 454. And 454, and you can write it as 24, 478, and 478 plus 13, it is 491, and 491 plus 9, it is 500. So my dear students, what is the cumulative total value you got, sir? The cumulative total value is how much? My dear students, it is 500. So individually we have to find out the percentile. So how to percentile? You have to find out the percentile. So 7 by 100 into, 7 by 500 into 100. So if you do this, you will get a value of 1.4 percentile. Similarly, 38 divided by 500. 38 divided by 5 is how much, sir? You will get a value of how much? 7.6 percentile. This will be 22.8 percentile. 5 divided by 243. How much, sir? 5 divided by 243. What is the value, my dear students? So if you see, you will get 48.6 percentile. And if you divide 5 divided by 347, you will get 69.4 percentile. And my dear students, if you divide 5 divided by 425, you will get 85 percentile. So here is the answer, C students. Whatever they have given you, sir, see here, that 55th speed, we have the 85 percentile. Are you getting, my dear students? At 55 speed, we are getting the 85 percentile. So my dear students, let me tell you, this will be your final answer, sir. This will be your final answer at 50. What will be the upper speed limit? Or you can say upper speed limit is nothing but what, my dear students? Upper speed limit is nothing but the 85th percentile. So 85th percentile here we got is the 54 km per hour. So the answer here is 55 km per hour. I hope you have enjoyed this solution. So my dear students, we have another question in geotechnical, sir. So my dear students, I told you n number of times in the college, in the offline, online, and even in the YouTube session, my dear students. This is a question which is asked. Factor of safety for piping, okay. If you see the factor of safety for piping, it is given by the formula critical hydraulic gradient upon actual hydraulic gradient. So here, my dear students, if you see the total head is 15 meter they have given in the question. And if you see loss of head per drop, so here we have number of drop is how much, sir? Number of drops are 10. So delta H is nothing but H upon ND. Total head is 15. 15 upon 10. So delta H is taken as 1.5 meter. Now for unit, sir, see the length, seepage length, we can say the length they have given as 3 meter. Sir, del I is equal to delta H by L. Length is given as how much, sir? 3 meter. So 1.5 divided by 3, you will get a value of 0.5. So we got hydraulic gradient is how much, my dear students? It is 0.5. So here they have given G value as 2.65 and the factor of safety value was given as 2. Now see students, if you talk the factor of safety, I told you, factor of safety can be written as what, my dear students? IC upon I. So here what is the factor of safety? 2. What is the critical hydraulic gradient? Critical hydraulic gradient is nothing but G minus 1 upon 1 plus E. And you, as you know already, what is the hydraulic gradient we have calculated, sir? See, my dear student, what is the value we have calculated? See here, we got a value of 0.5. So, my dear students, we can say that G minus 1 upon 1 plus E is equal to 2 into 0.5. So, what is the G value they have got? G value is given as 2.65 minus 1 upon 1 plus E is equal to 1. On solving this, you will get a value of void ratio as 0.65. So, my dear students, if you see the pattern of the question, Sir, Bhumika, sir, reaction time is 2 seconds. Where, Rama? Where they have given reaction time 2 seconds? Sir, which question you have taken 2 seconds, Rama? Sir, reaction time is always for stopping side distance. It will be always taken as 2.5 seconds. Only in overtaking side distance, Bhumika, they will take it as 2 seconds. Okay, just check what. Bhumika, what is your doubt? You come again so that I will explain you clearly. Sir, see, in a hydrology irrigation, my dear students, there was a question asked, Rama, in a hydrology irrigation. They are asking the standard question again on 5 index, sir. Sir, see, if you see the question here is, what is the question here is, I'll tell you. Time we have is, time is 1, 2. Sir, if the some values or anything wrong, if the given data, please let me know. As per the data we have, we are doing this, sir. So here, what is the runoff, sir? Here the runoff is how much? They have given cumulative runoff. See students, they have given you the cumulative runoff here, not the actual runoff. See, cumulative runoff is given as how much, sir? 0.5, 1.5, 3.1, 5.5, 7.3, 8.9, 10.2. Now L. Now see students, they have given you the cumulative runoff. What I would like to tell you, sir, they have given you here the cumulative runoff. So when they have given you the cumulative runoff, how to solve this problem, let me tell you. Okay, just I am checking the values, sir. See here, if you see the runoff values here, 1.5 minus 1, 1 to 2. So here it will be 0.5, here it will be 1, here it is 1.6, here it will be 2.4, and here it will be 1.8, here it is 1.6, 1.3 and 0.8. Here the value is how much, sir? 0.8. So these are the runoff. Sir, actually in the problem they have given the cumulative runoff. So I have calculated the actual runoff values. Now in the problem, they have given precipitation is how much, sir? Precipitation as 11 centimeter. Runoff is 6 centimeter. And time is how much, sir? 8 hours. So this is the values they have calculated, sir. So here when I talk about phi index, so if you calculate the phi index, what is the formula we have? P precipitation minus runoff upon time. Sir, anyhow intensity will be same because per 1 hour only. Time duration is 1 hour. So here 11 minus, what is the value, sir? 6. 11 minus 6 upon 8, it will be equal to 5 by 8. So 5 by 8 means 0.625 centimeter per hour. But see students, whatever the values which are less than 0.625, we should not consider. But if you see here, 0.5 is there. So remaining every value is more than 0.625. So what the... Okay, if they have mentioned 2 seconds, Bhumika, then the answer will be accordingly to that only. Okay, don't worry. Okay. Sir, see, here if the phi index value, how much you got, sir? Here the phi index value you got is 0.625 centimeter per hour. Agree? Now, but see, there is one value which is 0.5, which is less than 0.625. So, my dear students, what I have to do now, the phi index can be written as total precipitation is 11 minus 0.5. You have to remove this 0.5 minus runoff is how much, sir? 6 upon, now what will be the time duration? 7 hours only. Why? Because you are removing the 0.5 values. Okay. So you will get a value of 0.642 centimeter per hour. Sir, if the value is centimeter, they give you in centimeter, it will be centimeter. So this is the final solution. Bhumika, don't worry if they give you the, in the options, they has 2 seconds, then will be, you can take the reaction time as 2 seconds. Don't worry about that, sir. With the data available with me, I have done these problems. Okay. If they have mentioned clearly in the question 2 seconds, then it is absolutely correct. Okay. But as per IRC code, it is 2.5 seconds, sir. Okay. Agree, sir? Okay. I think we are done. So, my dear students, if you are really enjoying the sessions on the IMS Gate Academy YouTube channel, sir, in the final discussion, we will be letting you know the cutoff marks. So, as for the information with the students, which I had a conversation with my offline students as well as with the online students, the paper seems to be moderate to lengthy. But remember, the one thing I could say, my dear students, I think Bhumika is my offline student. She could be aware what actually the questions we have discussed. I'm really happy to announce you in Geotech and Transportation, most of the questions what we have discussed at IMS Gate Academy offline and online, we have seen that question, sir. Even if you see, my dear students, I'll show you in the challenging series also, we have received these questions, sir. So, my dear students, if you have any queries related to the Gate 25 batch, Like what we provide at IMS Gate Academy. Are you looking for any? Sir, I've told you already so many times in the previous sessions also that we are providing a book called Gate Question Booklet, which is of 33 years of previous year solutions. With always, we are providing the alternative solutions. We are also providing the best important solutions related to the key pointers. So my dear students, we have a systematic approach here. We have mentoring sessions. We have the doubt solving portal. So my dear students, we will be providing the facilities which are required for the student success. So my dear students, I'm just waiting for the Pratik sir to join. Okay, 1 second. Just be. Sir, see students. See students, see whatever the discussion what I have to. So my dear students, see Bhumika, how do you rate the exam yourself, Amma? Is it moderate or is it difficult? Can you please respond in the chat box? Sir, any of my students who have attended the exam today, can you please respond in the chat box, sir? Any queries? See, my dear students, see in the coming days, we'll have a online we'll be having interaction with the students, and we'll be sharing their experience, real-time experience at their exam. You have any question? Bhumika, what is the answer if you have done with 2 seconds, sir? Any other questions, students?
Just one simple question I'll take, right? It will take hardly 2 minutes. One simple question.
Okay, sir. Just waiting, sir. Students are waiting for your solution.
Yeah. So students, how was your exam? Bhumika, how you have done? They have mentioned 2.5 seconds. Okay. So exact data actually we will get once we have this response sheet that we will going to have.
Sir, anyhow, for the students, I would like to inform them that we will be posting the final. Okay, Bhumika, if you got 114, no, the value will be somewhere around 135 or something. You will get length of vertical curve. Okay, no issue. And anyhow, the final solution will be provided in the website, sir. We will be providing the means with the data available, we will be providing the solutions. Okay. Sir, Pratik sir, it is a question related to Soma.
Yeah, I have one question from environment, one question from SOM and one question from structures.
Okay, sir, very good.
Okay.
You carry on, sir.
So let's see this. This is an easy question from environmental engineering. So this is a question from environment. And it is related with the air pollution. In the question, you need to match the columns. So these are the pollutants. And in the second column, treatment techniques are given to you. So pollutants are NO2, then SO2, then you have carbon monoxide, CO, and then you have particulate matter. Okay, so treatment, first one is flaring. Then you have this cyclonic separators. Then you have lime scrubbing. And then you have this ammonia incineration. Okay, so first of all, this particulate matter will be removed by the cyclonic precipitators like this. It will be removed by the cyclonic precipitator. Then you have this SO2. SO2 is basically removed by lime scrubbing. Okay, usually where lime scrubbing we see these lime scrubbing in the waste to energy plant where huge amount of sulfur dioxide is released. So lime scrubbing is done to remove SO2. Then this NO2 is removed by your ammonia incineration. And lastly, your carbon monoxide is removed by flaring. Okay, so it's a kind of bit practical application based question. We do not expect these kind of questions, but still it has been asked. Okay, so I would just like to continue from here. I think Priyanka ma'am is joining us. She will be discussing questions of environment, questions of mathematics and aptitude. Obviously, I'll be discussing environment. So just 1 second, just wait for 1 second. Okay, so student Priyanka ma'am will be continuing from here, right? And I'll join you after ma'am.
Hello everyone, please confirm. Yeah, yes, I think now I'm visible. Okay, so welcome everyone. Here we are having few questions of sorry here we are having few questions of okay, visible, right? Maths and aptitude. So let's start with the first question. So let's start with the general aptitude. The basic question we are having from the general aptitude, as you guys can see from the general aptitude in the series number system. Tomorrow also we are having the question in the morning session. Also we are having the session question from the today, and now also we are having the question from the number series. So in morning and afternoon both sessions of civil, and yesterday also we are having the session. Okay. So I am having some problem with the throat, so I hope you guys will manage. Let's see, let's approach the question. So we are having yesterday also in the DA branch the question from the number series, the basic series concept question. Today both the slots we are having the question in the civil, so it's probably in the next week also you guys can have the question from the number series. Let's see the one question we are having. Find the sum of find the sum of 20 consecutive positive odd integers. Positive odd integers divided by square of 20. Let's approach. So very easily we can approach this one here. You can see, first of all, this is the very simple thing which we used to approach in our classroom also. If you know sum of first n natural odd numbers, so you can just apply here the formula. One very simple short trick you can apply, that is the sum of the first n odd natural number is nothing but n square. So directly I will go for sum of first n odd natural number, that is n square. I can find out the sum of these first 20 consecutive, means the continuous odd terms. So here when you will go, you can put the sum of n odd number at the place of n. We can go with the 20 square. You want it is divided by square of 20, so you need to divide it again by the 20 square. So when you will divide, so let's write down the required number or the required result. will be 20 square divided by again 20 square. When you will go with this one, the result will be 1. 400 by 400, your result will be 1. Very easily, very simply we can approach it. I hope this question was very clear to everyone, because this is a very simple question. Now one more question I'm having from the again the basic question. So let's see, these type of questions also we approach so many times in our classroom. This was the very easy question. Let's approach the next one. So next is the student supposed to do the product of two numbers P and Q, but by mistakenly the student did divide here. So student was supposed to do the product of two numbers, that is P into Q, but by mistakenly he did it P by Q. He did P by Q means divide. So in this whole process the error was 80%. So then error comes by this process is 80%. So find the value of Q. In this case we need to find out the value of Q. Find the value of Q in this case. We are having options also. Options were 5, square root of 5, square root of 2 and 2. Yeah, let's approach it. So first of all guys, I hope audio video both are clear na, to just I missed the live one. Okay. Okay, let's go for it. So here very easily we can solve the question. What it is given, you need to do P by Q, P into Q, but you did P by Q. Okay, so in this process the percentage error, it's not the only error, it is given to us the percentage error. So when we go for the percentage error, okay, the percentage error is nothing but the percentage error, you can write down, this is your required minus this is the actual minus the number which you get. So you can go with the actual minus what you received divided by the actual. We can relate it this by the initial, final and the initial only. Multiply with the 100 and this percentage error is nothing but 80. Okay, so this is equals to 80. So very easily we can go with PP, we can just cancel out. Here when I will go for the LCM, Q square minus 1 by Q square, we can write down that is equals to 80 by 100. Means you can go with the 0 will be gone, you can go with the 8 by 10, you can go with the 4 by 5. Okay, and when you will approach it, you can see here Q square minus 1. So I can write down Q square minus 1 by Q square is equals to 4 by 5. These two will also gone. Very easily we can get the value from here. So it will be 1 minus 1 by Q square is equals to 4 by 5. When I will go for this, 1 by Q square is nothing but 1 by 5. Okay, so when I can write down the value of Q will be value of Q, or from here we can write down the value of Q will be square root of 5. Very simply we can approach it, because 1 by Q square is 1 by 5. I need to find out the value of Q. So Q will be square root of 5. Very simply we can write down. Alright, now one more question I am having from the basic ratio proportion, basic simple question we are having. Let's approach that question also. So if I will go for the next question, which is again from the GA. This was also from the general aptitude, previous one also from the general aptitude. Okay, so if I will go for the next question, which is from the general aptitude again, so let's approach it. The ratio of number of girls to boys in a class 8 is given to you. So the question is ratio of number of girls to the boys in class 8, okay, is equals to or is same as the ratio of number of boys to number of girls in class 9th. So we are having data for the two class 8 and class 9. Okay, it is asking total number of students is also mentioned to us. Total students in class 8 is given to us 450, while the total number of students in class 9 was given to us 360, I think. Yeah. Okay, and one important information is also given to us, that is if the number of girls in class 8th and the number of girls in class 9 is the same. So one more thing is given to us, number of girls in class 8 equals to number of girls in class 9. Okay, then find the number of girls in each class. Each class means either in 8 or in 9, both will be same only na. So find the number of girls. Find the number of girls in this case. So let's approach how to approach with the number of girls here. If numerator is negative, then we have to take mod. Where? Guru Paras, where you are asking? Yes. So let's approach in this case. Let's approach. Yes. So here very easily we can write down. Let's solve the question. So what the thing is given to us, when we talk about the solution. So girls, the ratio we are having girls to boys in class 8. So girls of class 8, boys of class 8 is equals to boys of class 9 and girls of class 9. This is given to us. Total is given. We will use that one also. Total in class 8 is 450. Total in class 9 is 360. This is the data and we will use this one also. So we can write down, let us assume the number of girls in class 8. Okay, number of girls in class 8 is X. So then, and number of girls in class 9 is Y. Okay, I am taking this data as a number of girls in class 8 and number of girls in percentage change. Yeah, right. We will come to that percentage change. What you are saying, if the numerator is negative, then we have to take mod. Huh? Yes. So let's approach here. So very easily we can solve this question. So this is the thing, as a total is given to me 450. If I am taking number of girls as an X, so number of boys in this case will be simply 450 minus X. If the number of girls I am taking here Y, so number of boys in this case in the 9th class, the total number of students is 360. So this will be 360 minus Y. And one relation we are having here already, it is given to us that X is equals to Y. So we will use this relation also and we can just solve the question very easily. So when I will go for it, I can write down the simple thing. Let's cross multiply and then solve. So when I will go for xy is equals to 360 minus y into 450 minus x. So when I will go for the multiplication, I can see this will be xy equals to 360 into 450. The next number is minus 360x and it will be 360 into 450, 360 into x. Next will be minus 450y and minus minus plus xy. You can say this xy and xy will be gone and when you will just write down the number, you are having here 360x minus plus 450y is equals to 360 into 450. Now one very simple thing I can see, the relation which is given to me, I will use that relation, that is x is equals to y. So here at the place of x, y I will put x. So it will become 810 x is equals to 360 into 450. Let it be as it is, we can just solve. 0 0 will be gone, this will be 9 times, and that you can solve by the 4 times. Again when you will go, this will be 15 times. So the value of x is nothing but 200. Value of x means the number of girls either in class 8 or in class 9 if you are looking for each class. So this will be 200 in each class we are having. So very easily we can go for the question here. If the question having the option, this was MCQ question, so very easily you can mark the result for the 200. Okay, I hope this is clear. So now I am having a few questions of engineering mathematics also. These was the questions from the general aptitude. Let's go for the questions of the engineering mathematics. So when we come in terms of the engineering mathematics, the one very simple question we are having from the linear algebra, that is finding the determinant. So it's given to us, given the matrix, we are having a matrix A which is 2, 1, 4, 1, 0 and 3. When I will go for the next matrix B, which was -1, 2 and 1, the next is 0, 3 and 4. Okay, so we need to find out the determinant of AB. Find the determinant value of the AB. So very easily, first we need to find out the product of AB. Okay, product of AB we will find out. We can see the matrix is having 2 rows and 3 columns. It is having 3 rows and 2 columns. So the resultant matrix AB will be a 2 cross 2 matrix, and for that you need to find out the determinant. So when you will go for the determinant of AB, okay, before that let's find out the product of AB. So when I will go for the product of AB, this row will multiply with this column, and here only we can do the product now. So let's go with the AB here. So it will be 2 minus 2 plus 2 plus 4. The next will be first row with the second column. So this will be 0 plus 3 plus 16. Okay, similarly when you will go with this one, so -1, 0 plus 3, this is 0. Okay, and the last will be 0, 0 and 12. Okay, so when you will write down here, it will be nothing but 4 minus 2 plus 2 gone 4. Here we are having 19, here we are having 2, and here we are having 12. So let's find out the determinant. So now I will go for the determinant directly. 2 cross 2 matrix we are having. We can go for the determinant, and the determinant will be 12 into 4, 48 minus 19 into 2, 38. So hence the result will be 48 minus 38, which is 10. So very simply you can write down your result, which is 10 for this specific simple question. So your determinant will be 10, very simply we can write down. Okay, now one more question we are having, which is from the maxima minima, the calculus question. Very easily we can approach that question also. So the engineering mathematics question, again this was also from the maths. For the given function fx, we are having a function fx. For the given function fx, x cube minus 27x plus 4. Okay, where the range is given to you, where your x is lying between 1 to 6. Okay, then find the nature. What we are having here, whether we are having here the maxima, or we are having here the minima, or we are having here the point of inflection, or we are having here the point of inflection, and last is the saddle point. So let's approach this question. Very easily we can approach this question. So what we need to do, we need to find out the first of all, this is the question from the maxima minima of one variable. So very easily we can find out. Let's go for the f dash x. When you will go for the f dash x, it will be 3x square minus 27, right? And you need to put it 0. So when you are putting it 0, it will be x square minus 9 is equals to 0. It is giving you x square is equals to 9 means the value of x will be plus minus 3. As when you are talking about plus minus 3, the range is given to us specifically. So when we are looking the range is 1 to 6 only. So minus 3 is out of the range. So we should not take that minus 3 here. So directly I will talk about here x is equals to plus 3 only, because minus 3 is not exist in this case. So this is out of the range. So now what we do, we used to do the double order derivative, which is 6x only, and you need to put the value of the double derivative here. At the value of x you will put the 3. When you will put, you are having the positive value. Positive means greater than 0, and whenever the double order derivative is greater than 0, we know very well this is having the minima only. So hence you can conclude that you are having minima, okay, and for this given function you are having minima at which point x is equals to 3. So here you can go for the result as in minima. Option B for Bombay, very easily you can approach it. Yes, so I hope you guys are clear with this one also, though very easily we can approach these questions. So till now I am having these questions only from the engineering mathematics and general aptitude. If you guys are having more questions, then you can just share us the question, so that whenever the more and more question will be there, I will come back again, okay. And once you will just share the question, we need to cross check the solution also, we need to cross check the data also. So that's why it's taking time. So you guys can just share the questions if you are having from the engineering mathematics and general aptitude. Okay guys, stay connected here, as the more question from the technical subjects will be continue. So just you are having now more questions from the other technical subjects also. So stay tuned here only.
Okay, so it starts. Huh. Okay, my dear. So there is one question of FM, and basically it is a expected question. Why? Because it is expected question. Why? Because this is the pipe flow in the civil engineering. This chapter, the question is very common. So what is the question? Is same question. What is that? There are two pipes. Let's suppose pipe 1 and pipe 1 have a length, it is given how much, 500, and its diameter it is given, and discharge flow this pipe it is given. Number first. Now if we replace this pipe, what is the condition already given? If we replace the pipe of a same length and same discharge meter cube per second. So what is the diameter? That means, see, this pipe have this condition, this pipe have same condition, but they says that for the same head loss for this 1 and 2 pipe, that means for the same head loss, what is the required diameter of this pipe? That means, what is the diameter of this second pipe D2? What is the condition? It says that for the same head loss. That means, to find what is the D2 is what? Diameter of the new pipe which is installed instead of the diameter of 1. What is D2? So please close the door. D2, what is the diameter D2 if both pipe have same head loss? So my dear, simply there is a Darcy-Weiswasser equation. What is that? We know that in simple, we know that head loss HL is equal to frictional factor F L by D V square by 2G. But my dear, these are the standard formulas. We know that. But here there is no any velocity information it is given. Here is no any velocity information, discharge relation is given. So instead of V, we have to replace the discharge equation. So this you know that. And this also you know that discharge is equal to cross-section area. This is cross-section area into velocity of the flow. Mind it, this velocity is the average velocity, constant velocity, and this is the flow velocity. Use these two equations. And what is the area? Use pi by 4 standard d square. Okay. So rearrange this. So if after rearranging, you have a relation head loss is equal to, this is your relation, friction factor L FL Q square divided by 12.1 d power 5. In generally, when we have to study study in the class, this relation also you have to remember. Why? Because in the examination there is a very less time, so don't bother about this two relation, directly use this one. Okay, so if you know that this, so you also remember this equation. For also the remember equation, you have to save the time for this, matlab you have to skip this stage. So you have this one. Now they says that head loss for the pipe 1 and head loss for the pipe 2 are same. So if these are same, length are same, these are same, length are same, this is constant. Okay, this friction factor, both friction factor given, this pipe friction factor, it is your 0.04, and this pipe, that means F1, this F2 friction factor, it is given, I think 0.01 according to your given data. So this is constant, this is constant, this is constant, and discharge also constant, this is also constant. So my dear, what is that? The friction factor F is directly proportional to diameter to the power 5. That's it, that's it. So in generally, if you have the relation of the Darcy-Weisman structure, sir, I am humbly request you, please do the activity like that. Ki, sir, L is, see, L is, if HL same for this pipe, so L is directly proportional to diameter of power 4. If L is same, so Q square is directly proportional to power D power 5. If HL is same, so F is directly proportional to power D power 5. Try to relate this equation. Now, if you put this value here, so if you put this value here, F2 pipe second, F2 divided by F1 is equal to D2 divided by D1 the power 5. Put all this value, F2 is what? F2 is 0.01, F1 is 0.04 is equal to D2 is what, beta? D2 you have to find it, D2, D1 it is given, how much it is, how much, sir? D1 is given 1, this is mm, I think mm, oh, no problem, these are the same unit, no problem. So if you solve, the D2 is, this is your meter, beta, 7578 meter, that's it. So please remember this thing relation, okay? So I hope this question is very easy, okay? Thank you. Now the Sunday
Sir. 1 second. Sir, in the morning paper there, sir, one beautiful thing means I could say students should be very careful. Because every year we have a tendency of fluid mechanics getting more weightage.
Yes.
But this year what we have observed is there are more questions coming from open channel flow, sir. Okay. So what is my intention here is, sir, do you feel this question is tough?
No, not tough, sir. These are the simply, if you study the fluid mechanics, this chapter, you must be go through that one.
Okay, sir. So it is a FLV square by
but that's it. You know that. Only thing is that in generally, students are doing this activity, and they are forgetted to relation.
So okay, that is only.
That is the very simple question. Very simple, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Sir, overall, these fluid mechanics questions are very simple, or we can say that it is tough.
No, sir. It is not tough. Why? Because
it is time taking. No time taking. Also,
no. But sir, what is that? According to exam atmosphere, if you have exam atmosphere, it may be little bit mistake. Here you have to 5. Here after conversion.
Sir, here power 5 will be there, I think.
Here power 5. No problem.
Okay.
It is 5. Okay. So only thing is that you have just come in the examination, and they are testing the attitude during this.
Okay, sir, what I want to tell you is in the final discussion panel, please be available. We will discuss this point.
Okay. So you have some question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please do, sir. Okay, thank you.
Sir, there was a question, see students, here there was a question, how do you calculate the ultimate capacity of the pile? Okay, but see students, the ultimate pile uplift capacity. You see here, uplift capacity. Here there is a word called pile uplift capacity. So you should be very careful when you come across this word, sir. Uplift pile capacity. See here, the data is given as length is how much, sir? 10 meter they have given the length, and they have given the diameter as 0.7, and they have given the cohesion value as 50 kilonewton per meter square, and alpha is equal to 0.5. Now see students, what will be the formula for uplift capacity? Suppose see students, if I talk about the uplift capacity here, okay, you might be knowing, sir, see, actually how do you calculate the uplift capacity means, if suppose if you have a pile, okay, we have the negative skin friction, right? we have the negative skin friction, and also we have the other thing is due to the self weight. So we have to take the self weight combination and also the negative skin, means what I can say frictional resistance. I should not say negative skin friction, we can say frictional resistance. So the formula can be written as Fs into As plus unit weight of like concrete, whatever they have given, unit weight of concrete into the base area tip is how much, sir? Pi by 4 d square we can write. So if I apply this formula, Fs can be written as alpha into C into pi dl plus gamma C is 25 into pi by 4 d square. If I apply this, whatever the values given in the problem, sir, alpha is given as 0.5 and cohesion is given as 50. Diameter is how much, sir? Diameter is 0.7. And if you see, the length is given as 10 meter. So you have to multiply with 10 plus 25 into pi by 4 into d square. What is the dia of the pile, sir? The dia of the pile is also taken as 0.7. So 0.7 whole square. If you solve these things, you will get a value of around 646 kilonewton. So my dear students, what is the final answer here we have is the 646 kilonewton is the final answer. So I would like to tell you one important thing, sir. Whenever you are finding the ultimate pile uplift capacity, you have to say there is no concept of end bearing resistance here. We are taking the values which are related to the frictional resistance and also due to the self weight. We have taken both the values and we have done, and we got the value as 646 kilonewton. Now see students, there was a traditional question in surveying, sir. So whenever see students, when I told you about surveying also, if you talk about the height of instrument method, sir, what do you mean by height of instrument method? If you see, what is height of instrument is nothing but RL plus backside, sir. Okay, RL plus backside, or you can say RL of any point. See, follow this method, students. You can solve any type. RL of any point can be written as height of the instrument minus intermediate site, or you can say foresight. Or you can write, see students, every time you can write another important check we can do. Even though while exam itself you can do this check, sir, whether you are correct or not. You can say last RL minus first RL is equal to sum of backside minus sum of foresight. If you can apply this funda, sum of backside minus sum of foresight is equal to last RL minus this. If you can apply this, you can easily solve the problem. So here let us solve this problem, see students. So we have three stations, one is P, Q and R. And here see, sir, simply for your information, what is backside is nothing but a known side. So or you can say backside is given here as minus 2.05 meter. Okay, my dear students, foresight is not given. Okay, foresight is not given. And here we don't know the height of the instrument, and they have given the RL. RL is how much, sir? 200 meter. So here what will be the height of the instrument, my dear students? You can say 200 height of instrument by nothing but RL plus backside. So here RL plus backside means 200 minus 2.05. What is the answer you will get, sir? You will get a value of 197.995 meter is the answer. You will get the height of instrument. Now in the second question, they have given the backside as 1.05 and see they have given this 0.95. Sir, see, immediately after that station, they have given the backside and they have given the foresight. It indicates there is a change in station. So at this point, juncture, what, sir? Change in station is happening, or you are changing the location of the station. Change in station has happened. So here they have given the, now what is the height of the instrument? Height of the instrument is 197.995. That will be the RL here. So here what will be the RL, sir? RL will be equal to 197.995. Now what will be the height of the instrument? Height of the instrument is nothing but, you can write here 197.995 plus 1.05 minus 0.95. Okay. So here see what I have done, RL plus backside minus foresight. So you can say here it will be 0.1. You can say what is the value you will get, sir? 198.05 meter you will get. What is the RL you will get, sir? Height of the instrument. After changing the instrument, you will get a value of 198.05 meter. Are you clear, my dear students? Now see, here they have given foresight is minus 1.665 meter. So minus 1.665 meter, what will be the RL they are asking at this point. So RL means you can say RL of any point is equal to height of the instrument minus foresight. So you can write height of the instrument is 198.05 minus 1.665 meter. So if you solve this, you will get a value of 199.705 meter. So the final answer of RL of R, you can say the final answer here is, my dear students, if you see the final answer here, what could be the final answer, sir? It can be written as 199.705 meter. Now I told you one of the check also, see students, if you see what is the last RL, sir? 199.705 meter. What is the first RL? We have 200. So if you do the minus, you will get a minus 0.295 value. Okay, minus 295 will be the answer. Similarly, sum of backsides will be how much, sir? If you do sum of backside, it will be minus 1.05 meter. And if you see similarly here, sum of four sides. So 1.65 by 950. If you do this, 700, or you can say how much, sir, you will get? What is the value? 950. 1.665. 700 is 1650. 765 you will get. So you will get a value of 0.65. So if you do now sum of backside minus sum of foresight, here also negative, sir. If you do this, you will also get a value of minus 0.295. So in this way you can check the answer, sir. But here if you see students, what will be the answer here is 199.705. This will be your final answer. I hope you are clear. See students, we at IMS Gate Academy, we are providing you the offline gate coaching, online gate coaching. We are following a systematic approach for the success of the student. What I have observed in this question paper is, it is moderate to difficult level. If you see, compare with the morning question paper, sir, morning question paper is somewhat easy. And in this question paper, we are seeing somewhat like lengthy part, and the questions are not straightforward if you see in transportation also. So just see students, if you have any question to be solved, just post in the chat box and definitely we solve the question. See students, here what we have done is, we have done the questions related to transportation. So we will also discuss the short, like what could be the cutoff marks. So please subscribe our channel and please be on live. Okay. Yes. So see students, what I would like to tell you is, we will be discussing the cutoff marks in the final session, and also we will be working on what means we will have an interaction with the live students tomorrow or day after tomorrow. We will be interacting with the students. Actually, in the student perspective, how do they feel about the exam and how do they rate the IMS Gate Academy? There are so many questions. Like morning, we have shown the proof. We have seen some questions directly from the top 10 challenging questions. Now also we have seen some questions in the top 10 challenging questions. So my dear students, if you are preparing for the other branches like ECE and also computer science, please watch our most challenging questions, and we have Pratik sir. Sir, please solve the question.
Okay, so dear student, this is the next question from structural analysis. The question says that one beam is given to you like this. This is the beam given to you, and it's a overhanging beam. You have this roller support here, and there is one internal hinge which is present here. Okay, so this is the question from structures. So the question saying, the question is asking us to find out the maximum value of bending moment at P. You need to find out maximum bending moment at P, BM max at P, for which a load of 10 kilonewton is given to you. Just confirm me this. A load of 10 kilonewton is acting at this point. So this is point P, Q, R. This is P, this is Q, and this is R. Okay. Say this is S. The distance is, this is 15 meters, this is 10 meters, and this is 5 meter. Okay. Now since this is a statically determinate beam, so what we will do is, we will directly use the Müller-Breslau principle. We will draw the ILD for bending moment at P, and accordingly we will calculate the maximum value of bending moment at P. So for drawing this ILD for bending moment at P, what we will do is, we will assume an internal hinge at P. Okay, we will assume an internal hinge at P. We'll assume an internal hinge at P. So ILD will look like this. ILD for bending moment at P will look like this. You need to just give unit rotation at P. So this is the unit rotation at P that you will give. And this will be your ILD for bending moment at P. Okay. So this is the unit rotation that you have given at P. This theta is equal to 1, right? So you can calculate this ordinate. This length is 15 meter. So the value of this ordinate will be how much? This ordinate will be 15 into 1. So this is 15, right? This is 10 meter. You can use the similar triangles in these two triangles. So this is 10 meter, this is 5 meter. So if this is 15, this will be 7.5. You can clearly see if your point load is at this junction, right, at this point Q, then you will have the maximum bending moment at P. So this is your ILD for bending moment at P. ILD for bending moment at P. So BM max at P, this is equal to 10 into 10 is the load, and the ordinate of ILD is 15. So the maximum bending moment at P is 150 kilonewton meter. This is our final answer for this bending moment, right? Now next question is from strength of material, where you need to suppose to calculate the deflection at this point. So one beam was given to you. One beam is given to you like this. And this beam contains some rigid portion. So this is a beam that is given to you, and this beam contains a rigid portion. This is the beam. The beam is P. This is P. Then there is some rigid portion here. This is the rigid portion having EI as infinity. This is point Q. And then this is your point R. Over this rigid portion, UDL was acting like this. And the magnitude of this UDL is given to you as 5 kilonewton per meter. This is 5 kilonewton per meter. This distance is 3 meters. And this distance is also 3 meter. You need to find out the vertical deflection at Q, right? The value of EI for this portion PQ is also given to you. This EI for portion PQ is 2 into 10 raised to power 5. EI for portion PQ, this is given to you as 2 into 10 raised to power 5 kilonewton meter square. Okay. You need to calculate the deflection at Q. So first of all, my dear students, when we talk about this, okay, this is your inextensible rigid portion that will not going to undergo any bending, right? The EI for this portion is infinite. So what you do is, you just transfer this UDL to this point Q. So when you transfer this UDL to this point Q, this is your point Q, and you are transferring this UDL to point Q. So you are transferring this UDL. So when you transfer this UDL to point Q, the total load that will be transferred to point Q, the first will be your point load, and the value of this point load will be 15 into 3. sorry, 5 into 3, that is 15 kilonewton. And then you will have one moment like this, and the value of this moment will be how much? 5 into 3 is the total load multiplied by 1.5. So 15 into 1.5, that is your 22.5 kilonewton meter. The total moment that will be transferred due to this UDL at point Q will be 22.5 kilonewton meter. Now it's a simple case of superposition. Just calculate the deflection due to the point load and deflection due to the moment and add both the deflections. Okay. So this is my point P and this is my point Q. So total deflection of Q, delta Q, this is equal to deflection due to point load at Q plus deflection due to moment at Q. So deflection due to point load is WL cube by 3EI, and due to the moment it will be ML square by 2EI. Simple. So W for the point load is 15. So 15 into 10 raised to power 3. Length is 3 meter. So I'll keep this in mm. So 3000 mm. The whole cube divided by 3 into EI. EI is 2 into 10 raised to power 5. And I convert this into Newton mm square. So this will be 10 raised to power 9 into 10 raised to power 9. So this value will be in mm. Okay. Now for this second one, the total moment will be 22.5 into 10 raised to power 6. Now this will be in Newton mm. Length is again 3000 mm square divided by 2 into EI. EI is 2 into 10 raised to power 5, and again you need to convert this into Newton mm. So this is 10 raised to power 9, again this will be in mm. So you need to just add these two deflections to get the total deflection of point Q, and this total deflection of point Q comes out as 1.181 mm. This delta Q comes out as 1.181 mm. This is your total deflection of Q. Right? So this is a question from strength of material. Okay. This I think we have already solved. Yeah. Now we got one question from environment. This is the question from environment. And this question says that which of the following is not an product of anaerobic decomposition of glucose? Which of the following is not a product of a product of anaerobic decomposition of glucose. Anaerobic decomposition of glucose. So 4 options are given to you. First one is carbon dioxide, CO2. Second one is methane, CH4. Third one is H2S. And fourth one is water. Okay. So you can see here glucose is C6H12O6. C6H12O6. When you anaerobically decompose it under anaerobic decomposition, it forms CO2 and CH4. Sulfur is not present, that's why H2S is not formed, okay. But H2S is again an anaerobic decomposition end product, but not for the case of glucose. So for glucose, this H2S is not formed and this H2O is also not formed. So option C and D means these two are your correct options. These two are not formed, right? So you need to identify which of them are not formed. Not formed, so H2S and H2O will not be formed. Okay. Now next we have this PERT question. And this PERT question, in this CPM question, in the CPM question, the precedence relation is given to you. So you have different activities, duration and precedence relation is given to you. So I will directly draw the network diagram. So you have the activity A, which is the starting activity. This is my activity A, which is the starting activity. Then this activity A is followed by 3 activity B, F and K. So this is my activity B. This is my activity K, and this is my activity F. Okay. Then this activity C follows activity B. This is my activity C, which is following activity B. Then I have activity G, which is following activity F. This is my activity G, which is following activity F. Okay. Then I have activity L, which is following activity K. This is my activity L, which is following activity K. Now next, you have activity D, which is following activity C and L. So for activity D, I need to join this with a dummy like this from L to C, and then I have to draw this activity D. Then I have this activity H, which is preceded by activity G and L. So for activity G and L precedence, I have to again draw this dummy. So this is my dummy 1 and this is my dummy 2. Okay. And then I have this dummy H, this activity H like this. And this is my finish event. Now in the question, they are asking us to calculate what is the project duration. So first of all, let me write down all the activity duration. This is my activity duration 8, this is 4, then you have 10, then F is 4, then activity C is 4, activity L is 6, activity G is 4, then you have activity D, this is 4 days, and H, it is 6 days. So in order to calculate the project duration, again, go with the forward pass calculation, okay. So if I go for the forward pass calculation, that is calculating the earliest occurrence time of the events. I will do the forward pass calculation and I'll calculate the earliest occurrence time of the event. So I'll start from first starting event, okay. I should name them first, number them. This is my event, starting event, this is 2, okay, this is 3, 4, 5. Then you have this event 6, then you have event 7 and 8, and then you have event 9, right? Then you go for the forward pass calculation, just calculate the earliest occurrence time of all the events. So for event 1, the earliest occurrence time is 0. For event 2, it will be 0 plus 8, that is 8. For event 3, it will be 8 plus 4, 12. For event 4, it will be 8 plus 10, 18. For event 5, it will be 8 plus 4, that is again 12, okay. Now for event 6, it will be 18 plus 6, that is 24. Now for event 7, you have 24 plus 0 and 12 plus 4. So you will take the maximum value, that is 24 here. Similarly for this one, it is 12 plus 4 and 24 plus 0. So again you will take the maximum value 24. 24 plus 6 is 30 and 24 plus 4 is 28. So this will be 30. This 30 will be my project duration. This 30 will be my project duration for this network. So project duration is 30 days. 30 days or weeks, I don't know in which unit they have mentioned the time. So project duration is 30. The project duration is 30, okay. Now next question, they have asked to us to calculate the shape factor. So you have an L section like this. So this is 3 meters, sorry, this is 3 centimeters. The dimensions are like this. This is 3 centimeter. This is 15 centimeter. This is again 3 centimeter. And this is 12 centimeter. Elastic section modulus ZE is given to you, and the value of ZE is, elastic section modulus ZE is given to you, and the value is 150.92, and this is centimeter cube, and you are asked to calculate the shape factor. So shape factor is equal to shape factor SF is equal to ZP by ZE, means plastic section modulus divided by elastic section modulus. So for calculating the plastic section modulus, first you need to calculate the depth of equal area axis. Equal area axis will be dividing this entire cross section into two equal halves, right? So you can see here, if you take an axis which is passing through this junction, if you take an axis like this which is passing through this junction, right? So these two are the equal areas. If you observe this area, if you observe this area is how much? This area is 3 into 12. That is 3 into 12, 36. Similarly, this area is also 3 into 12, which is 36. So this is the depth of your equal area axis. This is your equal area axis, right? Now next is, you need to calculate the value of y1 and y2. So this y1 bar is the distance between equal area axis and the CG of this area. You can see this is a rectangle, the depth is 12 centimeter, so this depth will be equal to 6 centimeter. So y1 bar is 6 centimeter. The distance of CG of this rectangle from the equal area axis, this y2 bar, is equal to half of 3 centimeter, which will be 1.5 centimeter, okay. Area is, total area is 3 into 12 plus 3 into 12. This is the total area, that is 72 centimeter square. So ZP is equal to A by 2 into y1 bar plus y2 bar. So A by 2 is 72 by 2 into y1 is 6 plus 1.5. So from here you can calculate the value of ZP, and the value of ZP will come out as 270. This will be like 270 centimeter cube. Now from here you can calculate the shape factor. So shape factor is equal to ZP by ZE. ZP is 270. 270 divided by ZE, which is 150.92. It is given to you. So from here you can calculate the shape factor, and this will come out as 1.789. This will be 1.789, and this is my final answer, 1.789, right? So like this you can solve this question. Chalo, moving on to the next question. In the next question, a column is given to you, and this column is fixed at both the ends. So this is a question from Som. Now you see how practically they are creating the question. They have fixed the column, and now they are increasing the temperature, okay. So they have a column like this which is fixed at both the ends. This is a column which is fixed at both the ends. The length of the column is L. The length of this column is L. It is fixed at both the ends. The length of this column is L. Okay. So what the question is saying is, at what temperature, if you increase the temperature of this column, then at what temperature the thermal stress that is developed inside this column will cause the lateral buckling of this column, right? I think you have seen this question. So first of all, when you increase the temperature by delta T degree Celsius, The net deformation of the column is 0. So for thermal change, I can write delta net is equal to 0. Because this column is restrained in both the directions, so due to increase in temperature, there will be the development of thermal stresses. The net deformation of this column is 0. So I will write down L alpha delta T, this is the free expansion, minus the effect of thermal stress, which is sigma by E into L, and this should be equal to 0. So from here, the value of thermal stress will come out as E alpha delta T. This is the thermal stress that is developed, and this thermal stress is developed due to the delta T change in temperature. Okay. Now, the IISc critical buckling stress, IISc critical stress, sigma CR critical stress, this is equal to pi square E by lambda square, that is your slenderness ratio square, right? Now this can be written as sigma CR this is equal to pi square E divided by L effective by R the whole square, L effective by radius of gyration the whole square. Okay. Now for this column, since it is fixed at both the ends, the effective length will be equal to L by 2. So L effective for this column is L by 2. L effective for this column is equal to L by 2. So you can just substitute the value. So sigma CR, this is equal to pi square E divided by L upon 2R the whole square. Now in the question, I think the value of L by R is given to you, and this value of L by R is 105. In the question, the value of L by R is given to you as 105. Okay. So you can just substitute the value here. So you can write down sigma CR this is equal to pi square E by 105 by 2 the whole square. Okay. Now you need to equate sigma with sigma CR. When you do this, what you are doing is, you are equating the thermal stress. If thermal stress becomes equal to the IISc critical stress, then that thermal stress will cause buckling in the column. So sigma you have calculated, sigma is E alpha delta T. This is equal to sigma CR, which is pi square E by 105 by 2 the whole square. Okay. So from here, E and E will going to cancel out. The value of alpha is given to you 12 into 10 raised power minus 6. So from there you can calculate this temperature delta T. So this is equal to pi square by alpha into 105 by 2 the whole square. Substitute the value of alpha. So delta T is equal to pi square upon 12 into 10 raised power minus 6 into 105 by 2 the whole square, right? So from here you can calculate this temperature, and this temperature comes out as 298.4 degrees Celsius. 298.4 degrees Celsius. This is the temperature at which the thermal stress that is developed will cause the buckling of the column, right? Chalo. Coming to the last question. The last question is, I think, from open channel flow. A triangular cross section is given to you. This is a question from open channel flow, OCF. So a triangular cross section is given to you, for which the bed slope is 1:1500. Then discharge passing through the channel Q, this is equal to 25 meter cube per second. Then you have M, slope is 1 by M, so M is given to you as 1.25. then n is equal to 0.013. This is a triangular channel, and you are asked to calculate the depth of flow. Okay, so for calculating the depth of flow, again you can use the simple Manning's equation. N is the Manning's roughness coefficient, so you can go with this Manning's equation. So V is equals to 1 upon n into r raised to the power 2 by 3 into s raised to the power 1 by 2. Okay, so V can be written as a discharge divided by area. So discharge divided by area, and area is equal to m into y square. M into y square, right? This is equal to 1 by n. Now this R is wetted area by wetted perimeter. So wetted area is my square and wetted perimeter is equals to 2y under root of 1 plus m square. Okay, raised to the power 2 by 3 into s raised to the power 1 by 2. So you know, I think all the values, you know the value of q, you know the value of m. From this equation, you need to calculate the value of y. Substitute all these values. So q is 25. This q is 25 divided by m, which is 1.25 into y square. This is equal to 1 upon 0.013 into m is 1.25 into y square divided by 2y under root of 1 plus 1.25 square raised to the power 2 by 3 into s raised to the power 1 by 2. So s is 1 by 1500 raised to the power 1 by 2. After solving this, you can obtain the value of y, and this y comes out as 0.884 meter. This y comes out as 0.884 meter. So as per the data that was available to us, we have tried to solve the maximum of the questions. Okay, and we have tried to solve them accurately as possible. So I just want Sandeep sir to come with me.
Sir, you can discuss.
So you have seen that this time the question level was moderate, right? But the questions were lengthy. Whatever questions we have seen from environment, open channel flow, strength of material, structural analysis, the question were like a bit lengthy, and the level of the question is also from moderate to hard level. Okay. Yes, sir. So Sandeep sir is also joining us for his critical feedback. Yes, sir.
Sir, see students, Pratik sir, you have seen the morning question paper also, right?
Yeah.
We have seen the evening paper. How do you compare these two papers, sir, first of all?
Sir, I think if I want to compare, morning paper was more lengthy, a bit less difficult, but this paper is like lengthy and difficult, both.
So please remember, my dear students, the question paper in the evening is bit difficulty from the student point of view as well as the mentor point of view, Pratik sir. So my dear students, please don't panic at all. We at IMS Gate Academy YouTube channel, we are giving you the post-gate guidance also after these marks. So once we will finalize these things, and sir, we'll be posting these answers in the website, right?
Yeah. It will be posted in just like 2 hours, sir.
Okay. In 2 hours, my dear students, you can compare your solutions even after the, like in in a week or 10 days, you will get the key, means whatever you have done the paper, they can also do the analysis.
When we are getting the response sheet, na, sir,
Yes, sir.
they will be getting the solutions of all the questions.
Yes, sir. Sir, one thing when I had a conversation with you,
Yes, sir.
you are telling that how do the offline students are feeling, sir?
Yeah. So offline student, they are literally enjoying the questions what they had in the session. Means most of the questions are directly, we have discussed them in the test series, we have discussed them in the class, we have discussed in the gate score booster session, smart revision.
Sir, I just want to ask you one thing, sir. Whether it is confidential or not, I want. Sir, I have seen you some messages in the mobile. There are some students who have responded. Can you show in the mic, sir, in the camera?
Sir, right now I don't have the phone, sir.
I think you are, sir, see, I think in our group they have mentioned, sir. I just see, it is not like if we, out of curiosity I'm just asking. Why? Because actually students should be aware, sir. See, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, see, it is all about the faculty students. See the message what they have written here. It is all about the faculties. It is not about one people. All the faculties, all the mentors at IMS Gate Academy. This is what the student feedback students. I'm really happy that there was a students from offline, online, and I'm seeing, sir. See, students, see, here you can see the thing, okay. If it is not visible, you can say, okay, sir.
I think the focus is not there, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be from here.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. I will read the message from the students, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Your faculties are not there means we are 0. We at least attempted and get good marks means because of you only.
Yes.
And in the last message also, sir, I have seen, because see students, we are not here. See, we at IMS Gate Academy are following the mentorship program. Sir, there was another message which you have shown. Thank you, sir. It is wonderful to learn from you people. Hope whatever you have taught, I got maximum use of it. Thank you for your regular support from all the mentors. This was the feedback given from the student. See, students, we are really happy when the real students who have prepared for the GATE exam, if they are successful, definitely we are very happy. So, sir, Pratik sir, related to the improvement, like they have written the GATE exam. They are in a situation like I'll get 40 marks, I'll get 35 marks. Some people might have thought of 50 marks. So, actually we can interact with them, students personally as part of that. But what is your suggestion, sir?
First
Now
of
at
all,
this juncture.
Yeah. First of all, students, you have done enough hard work. So don't get demotivated if some 1 or 2 questions are here and there. Okay. I have spoken to the students, sir. Just 1 or 2 questions, if they are getting incorrect, they are feeling like, oh, I have lost everything. The battle has just begun, right? And this GATE is just one step in your success story. GATE, whatever marks you will get, please, this is for our classroom students. Please contact us. Don't get demotivated. Even if you have just qualified the GATE examination,
Sir,
there are opportunities.
Sir, see, when we talk about the GATE exam, now there might be separate exam for ISRO and BARC.
Everything,
so this preparation will definitely help them now, sir.
Yeah.
So, my dear students who have attended online and offline courses, you are having another opportunities like ISRO and BARC where there is separate exams. Even state level AE, JE exams or SSC, JE or Staff Selection Commission, or if you talk about the senior section engineer, all this preparation, what you have done in this 1 year will definitely help you. Sir, when you talk about the cutoff, what could be the cutoff rate?
Sir, looking to this paper, I'm definitely sure on this.
Okay.
The cutoff, you can just show the last 5 year. We have included the 10-year cutoff here. Yeah, it is there.
Here, sir.
Yeah, this slide.
Okay.
So you can see, sir, last year also we have the same kind of questions. And the cutoff was 26.6 for general category. Okay. And this year also, it was there. And this year also, what I'm expecting is, it will be somewhere around 26, 27 marks. We are not expecting that it will be less than 26 marks, but it will be definitely not more than 28 marks. What is your call, sir?
Sir, see, compared to morning, like if the morning cutoff is 26, now it will be 25. But see, sir, what I have observed in this observation is, my dear students, you should never leave any subject. I'll tell you one important thing. What I have observed in the morning and evening, sir, if you compare the questions in fluid mechanics and open channel flow, this year open channel flow in the evening session, I have 6 marks.
6 marks.
And you know, my dear students, they are lengthy. I will accept 100%. But those questions are simple.
Yeah.
If you see the most economical channel, hydraulic jump, alternate depths, these are standard questions in open channel.
You know, sir, this year, what questions we got? I was just solving this open channel flow question. We got one simple question of hydraulic jump in the morning session. We got one simple question from triangular cross section to calculate the depth of flow. We got one simple question to calculate the critical depth. Means these were like so simple questions, directly formula based question that we got from open channel.
See, sir, what is my suggestion to students is they should never left any subject.
Exactly, sir.
If students have time, sir, definitely for their success. They have done all the preparation, they have done everything. But to be successful, to get a single digit rank or to get into PSUs or below 500, I am thinking that we should advise the students to have at least 1 year of preparation. Sir.
Exactly, sir.
Sir, even in the evening session, what I have observed in the CMM, I was doing analysis and there were around 5 marks, I think.
5 marks, sir. For CMM, 5 marks. We have one network
Sir,
diagram.
we don't see in the entire thing. I think there is a question in crash cost also.
Yeah.
So I never seen that question also in a CMM, and also, sir, CMM I have never heard that there are 5 marks until now, as far as my observation in my entire 11, 12 years. Sir, see, one thing I would like to tell you, see students, the steel question was asked in the morning, sir, or evening?
Evening.
I
That
think
shape
in the
factor.
morning steel question was not there.
Yeah.
So see students, even in the steel question also, we are expecting the question which is shape factor.
Very simple question, sir. Shape factor.
I think it's
ZP
a L
by-
section, I think.
Yeah, L section was there. ZP
Sir,
by ZD
how do you
directly.
rate about the environmental
Sir,
engineering?
environment was like bit challenging for
Okay,
the
this
second
is
session.
second.
Challenging why I'm saying is, it is containing question which is directly practically oriented. Means earlier what they used to ask ki how much amount of alum is required. This time what they asked, how much amount of alkalinity additionally we need to add. And this is like more practical application based question that we have seen from environment. And one thing I would like to tell you, since the day this environmental science and engineering exam is added in the GATE syllabus, right? This paper 2. From that day onwards, we are continuously observing more amount of questions from air pollution and solid waste management.
Sir, we have Ankur sir also.
Yeah,
Ankur
yeah,
sir will
please,
also
sir.
join. Sir.
Yeah.
Thank you. So my again, I think you have a discussion, but
Yes,
again
sir.
I want to know how was the difficulty level, because morning also we have discussed and afternoon.
Yes, sir.
So according to your expectation, you told me that time
Yeah.
the afternoon paper we are expecting little bit hard
Yeah.
as compared to
Morning session.
morning session.
Yes, sir.
So is it true or
Yes,
what?
sir.
Sir, actually the paper is tough, sir. And
Tough,
it
na?
is lengthy.
Yeah.
And whatever Pratik sir has shared related to environmental also, he has told that the questions are tough. When I talk about geotechnical engineering, sir, actually I have been covering the concepts related to pile foundation. The beautiful thing is they have asked the uplift capacity.
Okay.
There they have to consider the self weight. Like student might have faced some difficulty here. Even in the morning session when they talk about the transportation, there was a question related to the spot speed where it is time taking. So the thing is that for students to be successful, sir, if they are third year or second year students or final year students, to be successful in GATE, like you to get into PSU or anything, at least 1 year preparation should be there, sir. And I have shared also the feedback, sir. We have some feedbacks and I have showed them directly in the YouTube. Like there are some students floating, your mentors have done like this and that. So we have shared to the actual students. Sir, like we are, overallly we think that 25 will be the cutoff marks, sir.
Okay.
And also the as long as the paper concerned, it is difficult. I can say it is difficult
As compared to
until
morning.
paper.
Sir, one simple question to you is for geotech and transportation especially, the weightage is high, right? So how these two subjects will going to affect the overall marking of the student? Means the question that are asked from transportation and geotech, like what is your expectation that?
Sir, see what happened now, sir. In the morning, what I have observed is in transportation geotech, questions are standard, sir.
Okay.
But in the morning paper, in transportation, we have seen one question, very lengthy question. And in the afternoon session, sir, geotech is okay. We can expect the question. But transportation, there are formula-based questions. So compared to transportation and geotech, like every time, these are the subjects where we will get 20 marks. And it was proven now also correct, sir. In the morning, we have 14 marks in geotech and transportation 7-8 marks. In the evening paper, it was like geotech 11 marks and transportation 9 marks. So as we have discussed so many times in YouTube and all the sessions were offline, online, like geotech and transportation and environmental, these are the subjects you should seriously look when you are preparing for GATE exam for civil engineering.
So I want to add here, as Sandeep sir told that if you are actually looking for a good rank, okay, if you actually deserve a good rank, if you prepare at least 1 year dedicatedly for the GATE exam.
Yes, sir.
GATE is not an exam, just like semester exam that you can make a good CGPA, SGPA if you study last 1 month.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So student, I seen many sincere students, they are joining us even when the 6 months are only left for the GATE exam.
Yes, sir.
That time student, you have to study more number of hours and you have to find more number of time to revision practice question. Parallelly, you have one we can say that pressure to complete your syllabus. But if you join in the month of January, if you have entire 1 year for the preparation, you can easily complete your syllabus by the month of October anyhow. And November, December, January, 3 months means 100 days you guys can dedicate for the proper revision as well as the practice question and test series. After that, actually you deserve a good rank.
Sir, as we have
Sandeep sir, you were telling me a fantastic analysis of number of hours that are actually required for gate preparation. Can you please share that
See
also, sir?
students, when we are discussing, we have already done in YouTube. We have recorded that video also. What is that is how many hours are actually applicable for dropped out students who have completed their BTech. It is
I
around
think
2000
my
hours.
voice is coming or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, sir.
2000 hours is, we have done almost 2000 hours for the students who have completed their BTech and who are studying the final year and third year. For final year students, it will be like 600 to 700 hours. And for third year students, they can have like some more hours,
More
like
hours.
600 hours. But for the students who are working, then definitely online. Sir, what I have observed in our online course is the platform how we are providing, sir.
Yes.
Like doubt solving portal, mentorship, and how the videos have been available for the students and foundation course. So, sir, actually I want to ask you, Pratik, sir. See, you have interacted a lot. Like I can say, you are the master of my plan sessions at IMS Academy. So you have guided. No, sir. Actually, what happened? No, the way the student has responded, the way you connect with the student. We always see the student success is our motto and a priority. Like in this journey, what could be the action items and what are your suggestions for the students if they want to start preparing for Gate 25? What is your first suggestion to make them like they should realize right now and they should start?
Sir, I'll tell you one fantastic story. I'll connect with this story, sir. What happened is, when I started the batch last year, when I started teaching the first subject,
You are talking about Jayanagar offline.
Jayanagar offline, sir. So, in the first class only, Sandeep sir, I've told them that before gate examination, at least you need to revise every subject for 5 times.
Exactly, very good.
So, they all laughed and they thought, ki, how is it possible? But, sir, before gate examination, when I have just counted the number of revision, sir, some of the students, they have even revised for like 7-8 times.
Very nice, very nice.
Every subject.
Revision makes you perfect, guys. How much time you will revise the subject, then only you will get the confident and then only you will get that much skill to solve the problems in the gate. Because I am telling you guys, GATE is as far as the difficulty level is concerned, GATE is a highest technical exam in the India. Even the UPSC conducted engineering services. But in the terms of difficulty level, GATE exam, if you crack the GATE exam, my dear student, if you have the scorecard, it is a proof of your technical knowledge. Your CGPA, SGPA maybe do not allow you to enter in the PSUs, but if you have a valid scorecard, if you have a good rank, that will be the proof of your technical skill and it will allow you to be part of PSUs or IITs.
Yes, sir.
Sir, we have done some series. Ankur sir has planned like Gate Score Buster, quick revision for, and also we have done the 10 challenging questions. Like, sir, we have done like, what could be the mantra? Like, short notes will be helpful or quick revision will be helpful. Like, when they should start, when they are preparing for GATE exam, sir, if I am a third year student, if it is a final year student, they should realize now or they have some time or they can prepare after the, like, when is the time to prepare? Like in GATE, like we have engineering mathematics, aptitude, surveying in second year or strength of materials in second year. There might be some students viewing like third year. Is it the right time to start the GATE preparation?
Sir, if I tell you about what is the right time, so you just remember this curve. The amount of effort you give will help you to get best of the result. So effort requires time. So if you give more time, your efforts will be maximized, and if you are giving the maximum effort, you will have best of the result. If you want to start your preparation, start from this day onwards and start with IMS Gate Academy, because we will make sure that your entire journey is efficient. This year, we have forced our students to practice numericals. These students have a regular practice of revising their theory book for n number of times. but in the gate examination questions were asked. And the student who have done the practice from the exercise book, from the test series, from the gate question bank, the kind of feedback they are giving us now is really motivating us, that how that practice have helped them to solve maximum number of questions, sir.
Yes,
Sir, what
I
could
want
be
to add.
the-
I want to add in your questions also. Like, what is the best time? Sandeep sir asked that. What is the best time to prepare?
Yes, sir.
Student, as you know that after 21, IIT Bombay announced that third year students are also eligible to write the GATE exam. Every third year student must write the GATE exam, and that could be your experience, just for the sake of experience. And the best time is what? When you are in second year, or when you are in the maximum third year, you must join the GATE Institute for the preparation. And I am telling you what, this is the best time.
Yes, sir.
And even the minimum threshold is what? At least 1 year.
At least.
And if you will join in the month of March, April and all, then you should be mentally prepared that your learning hours should be increased as compared to the other student who joined us in the month of Jan.
January.
Sir, Ankur sir, what could be the roadmap for Gate 25? Like, I'm not comparing with all the competitors and all. You, as an academic director, what's your plans? And how best you want to get the student success for Gate 25? What is your
I'm telling you,
implementation and
bilkul,
plan,
it's
sir?
a very good question. I'm just sharing my complete plan and I'm telling you guys, देखो, if you are actually want to make a rank, and if you are just preparing for the GATE because your friend is also preparing for GATE, there is a difference. Okay, you should have your own motivation, your own inspiration while writing the GATE exam, because otherwise now you are not able to convert your knowledge and skill into a good rank. There are so many students, they are good in the technical, they have good CGPA, SGPA in the BTech, they even the 11th, 12th also background very good, but still they are not able to convert into good rank. Or I have seen many students, those are academically not good
established,
CGPA,
yeah.
but still they are able to make a good rank. Because in the competition examination, guys, it doesn't matter how intelligent you are, it matters how sincere, how dedicated you are towards your goal. If you are consistent, if you make yourself consistent till the date of GATE exam, you should know every day that you are preparing for the GATE exam. And if you are ready to give your 100%, if you are ready to follow the instruction given by the teachers, then definitely you will get the success. And again, I'm telling you the complete path, guys. Right now, Feb month is going on. Okay. And we have planned your common subject, mathematics, SOM subject like FM or engineering mechanics, common subjects till the month of April and all. After that, your technical subject will start, core subject will start. Like if you are from mechanical, TOM, TD, ATD, Geotech, like that environment, structure subject, like that we will go for that. And what is the best plan? I am telling you guys, if someone will tell ki you can start your preparation in the month of August and still you can make a good rank, there is very less probability.
Yes,
there
sir.
is very less probability. I am telling you the fact, my dear student.
Yeah.
So student, if you are planning for preparing for the GATE exam, this is the best time. You can directly contact to our student advisory team. The mobile number is given in the description. And I am telling you one thing, once you will join the IMS GATE Academy in future, you will have proud on your decision. You will have proud on your decision, because whatever you are expecting as far as GATE preparation is concerned, you will get more than your expectation here.
Sir,
in terms of teaching, in terms of number of questions, in terms of booklets, in terms of test series, in terms of mentorship, my plan sessions and all. Yes.
Sir, I have a question for you. I heard that in the coming we are opening at Malleshwaram also.
Yes.
Sir, for to have a better interaction with the students, we have seen digital boards in the class itself. We
Very
see
nice
the
question, yeah.
visual interpretation.
Thank you
like
to remind me.
even in the offline center, sir, no other institute has done this. All these things, the reason behind is for the student success to have a visual interpretation or what, sir?
Very nice, guys. Student, you can just search IMS GATE Academy Malleshwaram Center on Google. You will get the address also. Everything is there. And we have started the Malleshwaram Center for 1st Feb. And we are going to start the first class for GATE 25 on 18th Feb. Okay, so today is 4th Feb. You have the time for the inquiries and all. If you are in the nearby areas of Bangalore, you can definitely visit Malleshwaram and Janagar Center. In the Malleshwaram Center, we are teaching with the smart board even in the offline classes. You know here smart board. It is an online class. It is a camera, and it is a studio setup. But first time we are starting the offline batches also with the smart board. And the beauty of smart board is what? It allows us to use the graph, to use the images, to use the GIF, to use the animation, to visualize the concept. And in technical subject, I believe that Once the student
Without
visualize the
visualize,
concept,
yeah.
like motor, like machine,
Yes,
in
sir.
civil engineering also we have a
Yes,
huge
sir.
scope.
Yes, sir.
So definitely student can connect with the,
The
load part,
application-oriented
partition
type
part.
of thing will definitely.
Means for civil, actually we can see that river is flowing,
Ah,
building is getting constructed.
exactly. Huh.
But yeah, so for that, in order to increase that student experience, this digital panel is something that creates a difference.
Sir, related to the like online feature, like we have taken the online coaching and offline coaching. Like if you are a student from Bangalore or Andhra Pradesh, like what do you suggest, sir? I'm just asking normally, will you suggest them offline or will you suggest them on online? Or if they're having availability of offline classes like in Bangalore where we are providing. So how do you rate? Will you suggest them offline or online?
Sir, personally, I'll suggest them offline.
Okay.
Reason is, I want them to connect it with us. If they are staying in Bangalore or in Vijayawada, if you are in Hyderabad, but even for other parts of the country, you can join us online. In online also, we are there with you from the date of your
Sir, I want
admission.
to add one point,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah.
Morning we have discussed, no, sir. Here in offline, online also, I could say, sir, we are the only platform
Yeah.
where we are providing the voice chat,
Exactly.
where we are having one-to-one mentorship. So we are making the online also availability like offline.
Yeah.
I want to add here, Pratik has replied according to his convenience.
Yes.
Because as a faculty, as a mentor, what we want, we want ki student should present in front of us.
Yes,
So
yes.
as a faculty, we feel better
Yes, sir.
if you attend, if you are in the offline classes, because we are getting your energy also, energy
sir.
from your
Interaction,
side also,
interaction.
interactions and all. But as far as my point of view is concerned, in offline manner or in online manner, same faculties are teaching, same content, even no slide has been changed. Everything is remains same. But still student, if you have a choice, if you are in the Bangalore and if you have a choice of offline, online, you can definitely go for the offline, because you have a chance
Live
to
interaction. Yes, sir.
talk with the mentors even after the class also.
Yes, sir.
But in the live online class, you don't have the
and
access.
also-
However, we have a my plan.
Yeah.
But still, if you are from the outsider, in the live online batch also, you will get everything which is required to make a good rank.
Sir, in GQB product also, we have online mathematics.
I
also.
think we have last 4 minutes, so we
Okay,
have to
we'll-
conclude it
okay,
accordingly.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, last question, sir. In GQB also we have done engineering mathematics, no, sir? Like the mathematics material what we have provided to the students, how it is different from the other?
Very good. I am telling you, I have seen many GQB booklets available in the market. What they are providing, like suppose that a civil aspirants is there, so they will get the PYQ book where maths, aptitude, general aptitude, and all technical sections are in one book only. And civil student will get the mathematics aptitude questions of civil engineering only. Correct?
Yes, sir.
But what we are offering to the student, if you are a civil aspirant, if you will join us, we will give you 2 booklet of 33 years PYQs, and 1 book is dedicated for mathematics and aptitude, and 1 covers your all technical section. And what is the beauty of the maths and aptitude book? The maths aptitude books not only cover the 33-year PYQs of civil, but it also covered the previous year 33-year questions of
All the
EC, electrical, mechanical, instrumentation, computer science, all the branch questions you will get. And I am telling you guys, the non-technical section decide your rank. Technical section, of course, 78 marks. Non-technical, again, we have a 28 marks. So if you are very much confident in technical section, you can make the parts out of 78. You can try to achieve 55 to 60. And in 78 marks, you can try to achieve 20 through 24 marks. So combinedly, you will get 75 plus or 70 plus.
Pratik sir, what could be the final cutoff? If we talk about cutoff, what?
Sir, final cutoff will be somewhere around 25 to 28 marks in between.
Okay, how do you rate the paper, sir? Moderate
Sir,
to difficult?
moderate, yeah. Both the papers are moderate to difficult, but second
Compared
one was
to morning paper, evening paper is
evening paper is much harder and,
And,
much
sir,
lengthier.
See students, the final suggestion for you is don't ever leave small subjects, sir. What I have observed is in CMM we have given, they will feel that it is a small subject. In the evening we have 5 marks.
Just from 2
And-
units, there are three questions.
Okay,
And also in
They should
open
not
channel,
leave any subject,
sir,
correct.
and also fluid mechanics, the part here is fluid mechanics, we have less weightage, but that was covered in open channel flow. Sir, the beauty of these things is, if you see in IISc, lot of research has been happening in water. That is the reason they have given more questions on open channel flow and hydrology and irrigation. So my dear students, if you are preparing for GATE exam, it is the right time. So always see, whenever you see some product or anything, we always see early bird offer. What does that early bird means? Early bird means if you realize early, you will definitely success. And remember, my dear students, if you work hard for your 1 year, your 30 years will be beautiful. So,
Very
good
nice
sir,
one,
you
very
can
nice.
conclude, sir.
Okay, guys. So, like you want to add something? Okay, this is the Telegram link, guys, given in the description. If you want to connect with us, you can join the Telegram group also, and the student advisory team mobile number is also given in the description. Even if you want a free counseling session, the free counseling session link is also given in description. Okay, and even the mobile number is here also. You want to write the mobile number 9663376.
966.
No,
Double
it is not even visible. This is also visible.
You can.
You can
raise
write
the-
here also if you want to write.
Okay, sir. Oh, just.
No problem. No problem.
966
33
double 966 double 3
now down
762
48.
just for students.
No problem. Here also number I think it is visible only. So you can take the screenshot, no problem. And whatever questions are coming in your mind, you already need to write in a white paper, and you can ask every question here. You can take one time counseling, two time counseling, whatever you want, and you can involve your parents also in the counseling. If your parents are having some question, you can ask. Okay, guys. So bye bye. Thank you so much for attending the live session. We will be live on next weekend also for the computer science EC or EE exam analysis as well as detailed solution. So don't miss the session, and in between also we are going to conduct many YouTube live events where we'll cover the mathematics aptitude questions together. Whatever question has been asked in data science, after mechanical, in civil, all the question will take together. So that definitely those questions will be really much helpful for the computer science or EC or EE aspirants. Okay, guys, thank you. Bye bye. Take care. Good night.